Check, 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 check. All right, let's do this. Back at it on a Monday. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Join the horde. Get on the stream. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Of course, like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. You can always listen to the show. Download the Rock 1061 app for free. Get us on your in-home smart speaker. Or check us out at rock1061.com. Good morning, Marshall.
Good morning. You had quite the weekend, man. Little world traveler over there. We're flipping roles. You're working Saturday in the heat. And suddenly you're in Jacksonville watching Green Day.
So I got a question. Second time I've seen Green Day. Billy Joe, one of the best frontmen ever.
Yeah.
Green Day, fantastic live.
Mm-hmm.
However, the show they did on Saturday, great, and I'm not saying it wasn't, was the same show I saw 15 years ago. So initially I leave the Hella Mega Tour going, man, if I was going to power rank live bands, I think Green Day maybe, high on that list.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it. They're just doing the same show. Nothing's changed. Do you count against them? Do you take points away?
No.
Because they haven't mixed it up at all?
No, you really can't. I mean, you go to a Rolling Stone show, they're going to do Beast of Burden and Shake Me Up and all the hits.
Well,
I mean, they're just playing the hits, man. I mean, how much different can the show be if they're just playing the hits?
No, and that's fine. Play the hits. I get that 100%. When I go to a show, I want to hear the songs I know. But they still do the guitar bit where they bring somebody up on stage. It's Operation Ivy's knowledge. They haven't changed any of that.
Yeah.
The back and forth between Billy and the audience seems very much the same as well. I mean, it's fun. It's awesome. But do you take points off?
No, I don't think so. I think Green Day still holds it. You know what? And screw you, because it was like 90-plus degrees in Jacksonville, 95-plus. And I saw pictures. Billy Joe Armstrong was wearing like head-to-toe clothing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was wearing full-on pants, full-on long-sleeve shirts, and he sweated and probably almost half died out there for you. So you know what? You don't appreciate music. Maybe, you know what? I ban you from concerts for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay, that
you have a 14-day ban, Cotter, from visiting a concert because of your attitude.
No, I mean, I just think it's a fair question. I mean, he was fantastic. They're great. One of the best live bands I have ever seen.
Yeah. But I think it was a lack of hydration to your brain that made you even think that thought.
No, I think it's a fair question.
Are you still dehydrated?
I'm drinking water now.
You need another one.
It's the same show. Is all I'm saying. That was my own, and it's not a complaint. It's just a question. Do you hold that against them that they haven't mixed it up in 15 years?
No.
Okay, that was my question. That was it.
Oh, I answered it. Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Fall Out Boy was fun. Weezer, awesome. Rivers' mullet is just a thing of pure beauty.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it is epic. You mix it up with the mustache he's got going on. It is a sight to see.
Yeah, he's had a lot of free time over the pandemic, even more than most. That's why they've got 4 new albums coming out next year. So,
and Pete Wentz will still say from Fall Out Boy, still major douchey vibe.
Even as a guitar player who doesn't sing too much?
No. I mean, he comes up. He's the one that interacts with the crowd more than anybody. Just the douchey vibe. Still, I don't know. It's never gone away.
So Weezer, Green Day, and then Fall Out Boy for your power rankings for the Hella Mega Tour.
No, it's Green Day first. Green Day was by far the best. I would say Green Day for me, Weezer, and then Fall Out Boy. For my daughter, probably Green Day, Fall Out Boy, Weezer, because she was just a huge Fall Out Boy fan. But no, the show was great. The crowd was great. I forgot how long it's been since I've been to a show that wasn't a festival. You know what I mean? And just sitting down and focusing on like 3 or 4 bands instead of, wandering around with, ADD going, where do I go next for the big festival show?
Right.
it was awesome to sit in a stadium and just be able to enjoy the show.
How aggressively hot was it in Jacksonville?
We lucked out. So we sat on the stadium. We sat on the side where the sun was going down.
Right.
So we were in the shade. We didn't have the sun blasting down on us. Honestly, not bad. It was worse for the 2 hours standing out in the sun in Hardeeville early on at my remote than it was sitting in the stadium for like 5 or 6 hours.
All right, okay.
But it was great. It was a lot of fun, and chatted with our buddy Hodge. He was front and center.
Oh, I saw his pictures. They were incredible.
He goes, yeah, I got those about a year ago. I mean, he goes, I lucked out. I mean, front and center. So great seats.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great time. Coming up on the show today, we are going to talk about where you'd like to be if society all of a sudden just collapsed. I think it's a fair question. You never know what's going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Got to be ready. Also, call, comment, and text today. What's the biggest fine you've ever got? How long did it take to pay off? And then we'll kick off the show about last night. Snoop, we've said it. He should commentate on anything.
Yes, agreed.
He's doing the Olympics. It's fantastic. WWE, still budget cuts galore. And we'll talk Joey Chestnut, what his body goes through after he eats 76 hot dogs in 10 minutes. That story's next. Nowhere Generation Rise Against, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
What his body goes through is hell. Yeah, that's a wild story. We'll talk about that next. Morning, Jeff. How are you?
Hey, Jeff. How's it going, man?
Thanks for hanging around this morning.
Nice and early.
No, to go back to the Green Day, man, straight up.
No, they're great. I'm not saying they aren't. I mean, he commands an audience like very few people can. Even a great frontman. But I mean, he commands it in a way that you're like, this guy just gets it.
No, I know you're not battling that. You're battling the fact that it was the same show that you saw 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at any of these bands, like I said, the Rolling Stones. You can even look at the Offspring. I mean,
right.
No one's really changed what they've done.
Yeah.
For the most part. Unless, they decide to have a Tommy Lee roller coaster put in, to the middle of the stage. I mean, who actually I saw was looking at the pictures that our buddy Hodge put up because he was like literally 20 feet away from the stage the entire night. I think Weezer had the coolest backdrop.
100%.
Weezer had an awesome backdrop. And for a band that's not making the Green Day money, good for them to like shell it out and make it look awesome for Hella Megatour.
Yeah, no, 100%. Theirs was amazing. Fall Out Boys was weird. And we were off to like stage.
Your stage.
Right. Yeah, we were off like stage right. So we're looking at it from the left. So we couldn't see the full backdrop. So there was a lot of video going behind Fall Out Boy, but I couldn't quite tell what their thing was.
Okay.
But it looked like
it was a cave.
Maybe. It looked like they took garbage bags and cut out designs and just hung a bunch of them. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, it was like a multi-layered kind of like cave look to it.
No, but Weezer's was awesome. Yeah, 100% best set. They were so much fun. They're just fun to watch. They seem like they're having a great time up on stage. So that was cool.
And dressed appropriately.
They so dressed appropriately.
They're wearing headbands and sweatbands, shorts.
And then speaking of outfits, it looks like Fred Durst is sticking with his. They play Lollapalooza over the weekend, and he came out looking like a dad from the 70s. He could have been in the Beastie Boys Sabotage video.
Yeah,
that's the outfit.
A lot of people were saying stuff like that about him. Yeah, so he played Lollapalooza, where apparently the Foo Fighters absolutely slayed.
Yeah,
they came out and just absolutely killed it. Our buddy Don went and saw the Foo Fighters in Milwaukee this past weekend as well. I think that was on Friday night, and he said, I have to go see the Foo Fighters every single time now because they were that good.
Yeah.
Morning, Lane. How are you? Yeah. So Fred Durst, he added like a rose tinted like aviator glasses to his new look, which is like a old man gray Fu Manchu with this. I mean, people are saying that's a wig, but I honestly think it's his hair.
I was thinking the same thing initially, but no, I agree. I think it's his hair. But I mean, because initially I'm like, is it a wig? But no, I don't. I think it's legit. I hope it's legit because it's great hair.
So apparently he scrubbed his account and then waited a week and then put up that picture. So it was like one of the only pictures he currently has up on Fred Durst's Instagram page. But yeah, he was wearing like one of those light like rain jacket.
Yep.
Yeah, like he looked like an FBI agent with like, I don't know why. But I mean, I think kind of Fred Durst is trying to steal Wes Borland's look, man. Like he's supposed to be the crazy one of the band. Now Fred's trying to one up him.
I love it. I think it's great. All right, guys, be right back. Is Joey Chestnut the greatest athlete of our generation?
I mean, yeah, maybe.
No.
Yeah.
I know. But
kind of, though.
Dude can put away some hot dogs.
Yeah.
On July 4th, Joey Chestnut won his 14th mustard-colored belt at Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest, downing 76 hot dogs and buns. We always forget about the buns. Took him 10 minutes, breaking his own record he set the previous year by one dog, one bun. Now, every year, I think we watch this. We're grossed out. We're interested. We're intrigued.
Right.
I think we all kind of ask the same question. What does this actually do to a human being's body?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he would just purge them as in like I thought he'd just yak them up. Like,
right.
I think that's what I would probably do, but I guess that would be a lot of food to regurgitate and probably do an absolute like killing on your esophagus and just your body in general. But what he goes through to actually digest them, I think, is possibly grosser.
Yeah, he sat down with Insider.com, said most people relate to feeling really bloated and tired after Thanksgiving. He says, it's kind of like that, except really, really bad. Says he sweats like a madman, and his sweat smells like hot dogs, and it's sticky and greasy.
Of course, I mean, the man just ate 76 hot dogs. He said after he does the competition, he's absolutely exhausted, and the first thing he wants to do, he's usually thirsty or just wants to go to sleep, but he tries to take a nap immediately after, winning a championship belt. Like most pro athletes, I mean, when they win a championship, they're going out. They're getting hammered. They're, getting on buses the next day and doing celebrations. Joey just wants to take a nap because his body is revolting against him.
Question, though. Okay, so if you're a traditional athlete, you're competing in, say, a football game, a baseball game, whose body's in worse shape after? A baseball player or Joey Chestnut?
Joey Chestnut.
It's got to be Chestnut.
100%. I mean, his body is just an absolute wreck after he does those competitions. Now, he says it takes about 4 hours for nature to really start kicking in.
Yep.
He goes, it's natural, but apparently he cleanses the 2 days before he does a competition.
It makes sense.
Yeah, so all he does is water and lemon juice. And he says by the day that the competition comes around, his body, his digestive system is running on all cylinders, and it's a very quick process for him.
He also says it takes 2 full days afterwards to feel back to normal.
Yeah.
So we had a
Nathan like going through a hot dog car wreck.
We had a Nathan's hot dog qualifying contest here in Savannah years ago. I participated in it. I think I ate 4.5 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
In 10 minutes?
Yeah. It was gross.
I thought you ate 12.
No.
I thought you did 3 times that amount.
No, I don't think there's no, maybe it was more than 4, but there's no way I got close to 12.
You did 4 in 10 minutes?
It's gross.
Did you lay down halfway through?
It's so gross. And no offense.
Were you looking for ketchup and couldn't find it?
They had some, actually. No offense. Nathan's hot dog's not my favorite.
What?
So they're hard to eat. I mean, the casing on them is so thick and gross.
Mm.
And the guy next to me, he was a professional eater, and just watching him dip everything in water, chow down, I'm like, I can't do this.
You were demoralized immediately.
I mean, horribly. I was like, I can't do this. You kidding me? It was gross. It was gross.
Sad day for you.
WWE making all the money, yet they're still letting people go, and they let a big name go over the weekend. We'll tell you who that is next with story number 2 about last night. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Oh, good Lord. I really thought you ate 12 hot dogs. I thought you had 12.
I don't remember.
I don't know why I have that number stuck in my head, but I knew you did it, and I swear to God you got 12.
It may have been more than 4, but I don't think it was 12. Because I don't think I could have done a hot dog a minute. Over a hot dog a minute.
Right.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Dude, it's so tough because it's like I said, the casing on Nathan's hot dogs is like thick. I don't know. It was gross.
I bet you, in 10 minutes, I could probably do 8 hot dogs.
Okay.
8, I think.
That's respectable. I mean, no human being should eat 76 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. Yeah, and there was no way I was dipping in water. Like, I ain't that committed to this.
Morning, Heather. Morning, Wanda. How are you guys? Hope you had a nice weekend. Wanda says I could throw it down on some dogs without the buns. Oh, man. Yeah, so Fred Durst looked like, seriously, like an FBI agent from the early 90s.
Yeah, it was great.
With his look. I don't know if I can really show this off too well, but that was a picture of him from Lollapalooza this past weekend when they performed. Apparently they slayed.
Yeah.
Apparently it was a great set from the guys.
If you're in the crowd, you're probably going, why is my Uncle Dave on stage with Limp Bizkit? What happened? I don't know. It's a great look.
Someone on Twitter wrote, Fred Durst looks like the owner of the haunted record store Scooby and the gang investigate to find out if it was him all along. Got a lot of people connecting him with the Sabotage video from the Beastie Boys.
Yeah, totally.
Fred Durst looks like a detective that let the case get the best of him. Good Lord. Yeah, so Fred Durst definitely had a weekend. I don't know why that look, but you know what? Maybe a great move because he's getting a lot of attention right now.
Yeah. So you watched the He-Man cartoon, right?
I did, yeah.
I just saw that it is getting tanked on Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't know why.
People are unhappy. Spoiler alert, sorry. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't have info. Just that they don't feature a lot of He-Man in the first few episodes, and people are upset about it.
So the series starts off with Skeletor and He-Man dying. It's cartoons, let's face it. Yeah. They're always going to come back. So they die, and essentially every episode, He-Man shows up in like a flashback or something. But yeah, the majority of the series is based on another character.
Yeah.
And like their feelings and their thoughts with He-Man dying and her trying to pretty much bring him back, essentially. And that's kind of what it is. It's like, this is a new series that is just starting, and like it's actually very intriguing for He-Man not to be kind of in the forefront, and for some of the support players kind of come out, because there's some great moments with like some of the other characters. Yeah. And once again, I don't think I really watched He-Man growing up. Like it just it never really hit for me. Not like some other cartoon series did, like G.I. Joes and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe those were a little bit after He-Man's time, but it was right around the same area.
Yeah.
I thought it was great, and yeah, I saw a lot of hate online for this, and I'm like, maybe it's because I'm not a
purist.
A Masters of the Universe purist, but it actually is super fun. Mark Hamill is the voice of Skeletor.
Yeah, it's still amazing.
Lena Headey is the girl from Game of Thrones,
right,
playing Evil Lynn. Great job. I mean, the series looks fun. Like it looks like its animation is done really, really well. It's done like Castlevania.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned that last week. It's first 5 episodes really fun.
Yeah.
Like super cool. And they're like little 25-minute episodes. So I mean, they go by quick.
Yeah.
I watched the entire 5 episodes over the weekend. Super good. I don't know why people are review bombing it. Like,
people suck, man.
I don't understand that at all. And like it's a larger story.
Yeah.
It's a larger story to be told. It's not going to something that we're going to, feel really good about after 5 episodes. You're going to have to wait. And of course, they only put out the first 5 episodes. Apparently, there's 5 more episodes coming out, possibly before the end of the year. I think is what I read. But yeah, I don't know why it's getting review bombed. How bad is it? I mean,
33.
Here, I'll look it up, Master. Morning, Dave.
Yeah, it's 96% on it looks like critic score, and 38% on the audience. So yeah, it's definitely getting bombed.
Yeah, I mean they're doing that stuff to. It's honestly really good. It's really good. It's well worth it. If you like Masters of the Universe or just want to watch something a little new, and obviously a lot of people know these characters just because of the original series, well worth well worth your time.
It's funny that people are getting this worked up over it because, I mean, if you on Netflix, they got a series called The Toys That Made Us.
Mm-hmm.
Great series. And they dedicate each episode to a different toy line. And one of them is Masters of the Universe. The cartoon came about literally just to sell the toys. It wasn't a cartoon and they're like, oh, let's make toys. Right. They made toys and went, how do we advertise these? And they initially had to deal with like Marvel or DC and they made comic books. Or is that J.J.? Anyway, and they made comic, but they basically was like, how about a TV show? So they did a TV show literally to sell these toys. So it's not even like it has this massive backstory of, you know, here's the history of the story of He-Man. It was like, hey, let's sell some toys, guys. Let's make a TV show.
Yeah, I did not know that. Yeah, I haven't watched that series yet on Netflix.
It is awesome. I mean, so cool to watch. G.I. Joe and the Star Wars, and I mean, some of them are better than others, but it's definitely it's easy to get sucked in on. Then they've got more now. They've got like some spinoffs of the movies that made us, and there's a couple of things like that. It's good. I like them.
Wanda said she just finished the first season of Why Women Kill. Thought it was pretty good. It's from 2019, but still. I actually haven't heard of that one yet, but I see that it's available on Amazon Prime. Yeah, it looks like it's available on Amazon Prime. It's got Lucy Liu in it.
Okay.
She looks to be the lead, I'm guessing. It's a darkly comedic drama detailing the lives of three women living in three different decades. A housewife in the 60s, a socialite in the 80s, and a lawyer in 2019, each dealing with infidelity in their marriages.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I've watched nothing but the Olympics over the last week. I ain't gonna lie.
Oof. Still?
Yeah.
What, are you enjoying it?
I love it.
Are you the only person watching the Olympics?
I might be. But no, it's like, because they do a good job. And getting, like I said, me getting YouTube TV before was the best thing I could do because everything's just right there. So it's like, golf may be like on the main, SAV channel. I'm like, not in the mood for golf. Let me find BMX. Let me find something else. They have all the track and fields going on. So I watched the hammer throw yesterday, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Woman's shot put final. Watched a bunch of the qualifying for some of the races. Just in, man. I'm in.
So I got this a news alert on my phone last night, and I woke up to it this morning. And I didn't know anything about it, but apparently the U.S. men's national team, soccer team, won the Gold Cup, the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Okay. Anyway, U.S. men's soccer winning anything,
I was going to say,
should be highlighted.
It's like the Cubs winning.
Yeah. Apparently, they won the Gold Cup last night, beating Mexico.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Which is just a historic thing.
That makes more sense. My cousin, who's a big soccer fan, him and his fiance are in Hawaii. He goes, most people do a bunch of touristy shit on the last day. We sit at a bar, pound beers, and watch soccer. So it makes way more sense why he was doing that.
Let's see. I'm just checking the news. Yeah.
I got about 25 seconds.
USA won 1-0.
Oh, so thrilling.
Hey, it's soccer. It's about as good as it gets.
All right, guys, be right back. Story number 2 about last night. WWE just hates everybody. They're making all kinds of money, man. Billions of dollars
right
in TV deals. Fox, Universal, all of this stuff. Yet they still fire people and they still claim it's budget cuts.
Right.
Which is utterly ridiculous to me. I don't get it at all. On Saturday, it was announced another shocking release. Bray Wyatt, The Fiend, is out of WWE. He got the call. John Laurinaitis gave him a call and said, look, you didn't do anything. It's nothing you did. It's just budget cuts. Now, they hired a new president recently and a new CFO, and they're really trying hard to keep the money line in a nice spot. And the stories are Vince and everybody else basically are giving them free rein to do what they need to do, want to do. So there really wasn't any pushback when it came to releasing Bray Wyatt. And I mean, one of the most creative guys I think WWE has had in a long time.
So I think Bray Wyatt was like the biggest wrestler pre-pandemic, wouldn't you say? I mean, prior to the pandemic, I remember him. His name was just all over my tweets. For a while. I'm like, wow, this guy's the biggest guy. And then obviously the pandemic, and then Roman Reigns came on the scene, and he seems to be the biggest name. And Bray Wyatt's been out because of injury or something, right? Most recently?
Yeah, he lost at WrestleMania, so he hasn't been on TV since WrestleMania. I don't know if there's an injury involved, but I mean, the problem with the character is like he created it, and he's very protective of it. And WWE just doesn't know how to book him. And it's like he never wins any big feuds. It's like they build him up, and then he loses, and the character doesn't mean anything. And that's what happened at WrestleMania. It's like they build him up against Randy Orton, and it was like it made so much sense for him to win. Loses in like 7 minutes. So he was off TV. He reportedly was going to be back in August. He was getting ready to come back. Sold merch like crazy. I mean,
he's super popular.
All kinds of money. So that's why this is kind of shocking that they let him go. And I guess now for me, the big question is, AEW reportedly signed Daniel Bryan, CM Punk. 90-day is probably the non-compete for Bray Wyatt. I think that puts him like the week before Full Gear. He could return, or it could pop up somewhere. Does AEW sign Bray Wyatt?
I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, AEW is this new company like WCW back in the day. Now, apparently there was an investor call a week back with Vince McMahon on the call, and he's quite old. I mean, Vince McMahon's pushing 80, getting near 80 years old, and he said that he doesn't view AEW as the same level of competition as WCW because he said that Ted Turner was using Time Warner's full assets to push everything against WWE at that time. He said, he kind of joked, he goes, well, maybe I'll just give him some more talent. And he actually did this weekend with a pretty big name. Still kind of crazy to me. And AEW seems to be on an upward trajectory with everything. And now he's just given some really great wrestlers to AEW. Yeah, I don't think this turns out well for him.
Now, did you, on an unrelated but related note, did you hear the controversy about the match between Jericho and Nick Gage, where they used the pizza cutter? And supposedly after that, they went right to a Domino's pizza commercial. And reportedly, Domino's was upset. Now, the story I just heard was that the WWE was actually trying to stir up some stuff and was reaching out to news outlets, trying to push the story that Domino's was upset, trying to make it true. And the fact that Domino's never actually pulled any money, hasn't really gotten as upset as they made it sound.
No, that sounds like a crazy fan conspiracy theory. But I love the story because literally Chris Jericho is in a main event match this past Wednesday on TNT. And this guy was putting a pizza cutter up to his head. And then they do one of those picture-in-picture sports things. And literally the first commercial is like a pizza cutter running along a pizza. And wow, this doesn't get any better than this.
Oh, I love pro wrestling. All right, coming up next, one more story for About Last Night. We've said it, and we'll keep saying it. Snoop Dogg should be able to comment on absolutely anything. Well, NBC, Peacock is letting them do that with the Olympics. We got some audio. It's coming,
unfiltered.
Very much so. It shocked me. Got audio coming up next. Here's Metallica, I Disappear, Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Yeah, that WWE stuff is crazy. So last night, once again, because everything happens on West Coast time, and as poor East Coasters have to wake up to like crazy stuff every morning. So when it comes to wrestling, what up, Charles?
Hey, Charles.
We have to wake up to crazy stuff every morning. So I saw that the NXT guy, and he's kind of a big deal, Adam Cole.
Yeah.
He apparently does not have a contract.
What?
So the reports coming out this morning was that Adam Cole has been working without a contract, and a lot of people are saying this next NXT pay-per-view is his last.
Dude, that would suck for NXT. And he's married to Britt Baker. Or dating. I don't know if they're married. But Britt Baker is the women's champion over at AEW. I mean, he would fit in. He'd probably fit in better than Bray Wyatt. So Bray Wyatt, I mean, has done such like this, I don't know what's the character. How am I describing it? It's like the Undertaker. It's an unhumanish kind of character. And I don't know if AEW, do they want to get into that sort of thing? They've kind of with the Dark Order, they've kind of dipped their toe in that water, but they haven't necessarily all in on it. I don't know. Do they?
I'm cool with it. Yeah. So Bray Wyatt over the weekend as well changed his Instagram handle to the Cult of Wyndham, which actually his real first name is Wyndham. Or Windham. How do you say it?
It's Wyndham.
Yeah.
So his it's Wyndham Rotunda. So his dad is Mike Rotunda, who was IRS from back in the day.
Okay.
Remember IRS?
Yep.
Okay. So that's his dad. So his grandfather is God dang it. The Wyndhams is Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda were a tag team back in the day. I think Mike Rotunda is married to Barry Windham's sister, so he's related to wrestling families on both sides.
Okay.
So Wyndham is like another family name, and then Rotunda is who his dad was. So he's a second generation athlete.
Gotcha. That's what you're saying. Gotcha. Yeah. He changed his Instagram handle to the Cult of Wyndham. So I don't know. Apparently he's working on something.
He's an uber creative guy, man. I just don't think they knew how to book him. It'll be interesting if he would sign with AEW, if they wouldn't know how to do it. Or maybe he comes in and he doesn't play that type of character.
David had a weekend, man. Things have changed at my house over the weekend. Adopted a rescue French bulldog, 1.5 years old. It's like having a child again.
I bet.
Good Lord. Good for you, man.
That's awesome, though, man.
Thanks for saving the animals, David. I hope everyone had a good weekend. My weekend was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Pretty chill.
Nice.
Got a chance to run over to Hopatomica and try their new liqueurs.
What'd you get?
Their rum. I tried a Painkiller, which is just kind of a tropical drink with some rum and some other stuff in it. And then I tried something else. Now I forget. I tried 2 different drinks.
Right.
They're pretty good. They're
worth
pretty
checking
good.
out?
Yeah,
okay.
I think so. Excuse me. And then, I ran over yonder and hung out. So Damon and the Shit Kickers, when Damon's not around, the Shit Kickers, they call themselves something else.
There's something else. I couldn't remember what it was, yeah.
But they're strictly like kind of a country band.
So great. I love them.
And they're fun. So they're actually playing over yonder. So we sat there and watched them for an hour and had a couple cocktails at over yonder. And Chris Mooney, who owns Mood Rights and over yonder, he was the bartender, and he has this this new drink. It's like
15 seconds.
Tecate Poblano Verde. It's like a spicy kind of beer latte.
Okay.
Fantastic. I
Yes,
drank
please.
3 or 4 of those.
That's fantastic. All right, guys, be right back. All right, one more story to go in about last night. Snoop Dogg has commentated on some boxing matches.
Mm-hmm.
He is fantastic.
Celebrity boxing matches.
Okay, fair enough. Celebrity boxing matches, but still, dude is great.
Yeah.
It's just funny. He's unfiltered, doesn't care. Well, NBC has actually given him a platform for the Olympics on their streaming service, Peacock, and where he watches some videos, comments on the games. On Saturday, he was joined by Kevin Hart, and I was shocked to see or hear that they just allowed him to go X-rated.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg dropped all the bombs, all the Fs, and even more. And, of course, it would be rude of us. It would be rude of us if we actually didn't just play some of the audio from his performance, because it was incredible this past Saturday.
Here is them commenting on some equestrian events.
I like this. This is equestrian.
This is prancing.
They call this equestrian.
By the way, look at that horse.
Did you? Oh, the horse crip walking, cuz. You see that? On the set. That's gangsters of up. Hey! Oh, cuz. Oh, look at this, cuz.
Oh, come on, man.
This horse is off the chain. I gotta get this in the video.
Oh, you said.
Oh, my God.
Snoop said I gotta put the horse in the video.
Off the chain. I need that.
Horse crip walking is officially in the Olympics.
I love that Kevin Hart is the straight man in this situation.
100%. Yeah. So the horse was doing like that, like funny horse trot. And then it started going like sideways. And that was the crip walk that Snoop Dogg was referencing. Absolutely hilarious video. Once again, Peacock, for some reason, is just allowing, it's like,
I love it.
It's like the Snoop Dogg roundup. Or they're just watching like Olympic, YouTube clips essentially, and he's just throwing out whatever he wants, and it's completely unedited. I mean, he's throwing out F-bombs like crazy.
Then they got on skeet shooting.
Of course.
And, well, it's a kind of a different meeting when Snoop Dogg talks about skeet.
Gold medals in skeet shooting. I got a couple of gold medals in skeet shooting, but not that kind of skeeting. Yeah, well, but I do skeet. Okay, he's skeet.
I gotta go back and I didn't watch any of this. I didn't know it was a thing.
I didn't know it was a thing either. Kevin Hart is literally dying at that very moment. That's why Kevin Hart's not saying anything.
It's so good.
So if you have the Peacock streaming service, you should definitely go back. I'm guessing it's on demand, right?
It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Go into the Olympics tab and find Snoop Dogg and watch some of the videos. It's got to be worth your time.
All right, coming up next, we're going to talk about joining the Horde. You should do it now. We'll tell you what goes down coming up. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. All right, I'm going to get coffee real quick.
Sure thing. Thanks for joining in, everyone. Good morning, Sean. Yeah, Saturday was really cool. Went to Hopatomica, tried some of their new spirits, some of their new rum. It's actually really nice. And then, ran over yonder, which I think is now one of my favorite new spots in Savannah. Tiny little country bar on the backside of Mood Rights, which is just past Victory on Abercorn. And man, their food is delicious. Had this excellent meatball sandwich. Got the stack burger again, which is like a kind of a steak and shake style burger, but it's gigantic. I mean, it's massive. They have their own house chips, man, and their drinks are outstanding. So I'm not getting paid to say this. It's just I'm letting everyone know so they can go to a great place. Over yonder on the backside of Mood Rights. Mood Rights is fun, too, if you're going out to have a cocktail, but they don't have food. Over yonder does. Man, this place is awesome. Oh, Wanda, I saw the news, too. Getting the kid home. Pretty incredible. We're glad to hear that. Be able to bring little Bubba home over the weekend.
All right. I will say, so Saturday was busy. On Sunday, because of the pandemic, and everything got weird, I probably was the most productive day I've had in like a year and a half. My wife had her open house on Sunday, so for kids and parents. So she left. Okay. So she left like at 11 o'clock, so she can get there and get set up. She was gone until I think it went until like 3. So I mowed, edged, weed whacked, trimmed my bushes, the front yard.
Right.
Finally got the backyard mowed for the first time in like a month. It was a jungle. Did laundry, went and bought dinner, wrote trivia, did work. Busy. Busy Sunday.
That was a very productive 4 hours right there. Jesus.
It was great.
Yeah, I can't say I was that productive. I played a bunch of Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
Let's see. I went out and got Taste of India for dinner, which is right next door here.
Oh yeah.
I went and got Taste of India last night. I just felt like some Taste of India, which I'll be having for lunch again today.
That's
just absolutely delicious.
Yeah, we had Thai food for dinner last night. It was good. We got the call, comment, and text today. What's the biggest fine you've ever got? How long did it take to pay off? So if you have anything, please hit us up.
Sean said in Minnesota that he went to a baseball game on Saturday night, and it was anything on a leash night. And Sean said there were effing llamas.
That's fantastic.
And tons of dogs.
I was expecting like dominatrix, but llamas are cool too.
When it comes to Taste of India, Tony, it is no, you could eat in there. I mean, I took it to go. I don't like to be out in the world on Sundays. That's kind of my day, just to chill at the house and do adult things. But yeah, no, I just grabbed it to go. But yeah, I think you could just sit in there and kind of hang out and eat. They actually put pool tables like right in the front. So like when you walk into Taste of India, like on the left-hand side, still like the dine-in area.
Yeah.
But on the right-hand side where the bar is, right when you walk in, there used to be like a bunch of like tables. There's just 2 pool tables there.
Really?
Right now. Yeah.
Interesting.
They were always a big like pool bar.
Yeah.
They have like pool tournaments all the time in an Indian food restaurant, which is crazy to me. But yeah, They even put more pool tables in there. Like it's crazy. It's essentially a pool hall now. All right, guys, we are running into the next 15 minutes or so. We're going back on the air. What's the biggest fine you've ever got? Sean, I know you've had a few in your life. How long did it take to pay off as well? So once again, guys, if you got any stories that you want to share in regards to fines, when it comes to driving, when it comes to maybe you're out in public and, you were taking a tinkle and the cops caught you and you got a ticket, just let us know. What is the biggest fine you've ever got, and how long did it take for you to pay off?
All right, we had the 3 on Face or Instagram and 1 on.
Yeah, I've already pulled all that stuff.
Okay, there was the 1 on Facebook.
Tony says they had a sign Wednesday that said takeout only until mask mandate was gone again. I don't know. I didn't see it. There was no sign that I saw.
I want them to open back up for lunch. I don't know if they have yet.
I don't think so. I think they've completely changed their hours to be like dinner only.
So my cousin. So I've got. He's way younger than me, in his 20s. Growing up as a kid, I just seemed like a homebody. I don't mean this in a bad way. Mama's boy, kind of kid. This guy lives life like nobody I've ever known. He was like a camp counselor in the middle of the woods for like kids who needed help. I mean, it was you went and lived in the effing woods in a tent, for 6 months kind of thing.
Okay.
He is now going to Antarctica. He got a job in Antarctica, and in September will be living in Antarctica.
Good for him.
It's just, it's amazing. He lived in Alaska for like 3 years. Just like
he's used to the cold.
Oh, he's used to the cold, but I've never met somebody that just lives life like this dude does. But yeah, he's going to be in Antarctica come September.
Well, with the way global warming is, it won't be that bad.
That's true.
Yeah,
it'll
actually be fine.
So I don't know, man. It's awesome. So
I feel like the Keys down there. Morning, Thomas. How are you? Once again, guys, our call-in feature today is: what's the biggest fine you've ever got, and how long did it take to pay off? Once again, what's the biggest fine you've ever received, and how long did it take for you to pay off? You got a really good story? Call us up, 1-800-394-1061. But once again, what is the biggest fine you've ever got, and how long did it take for you guys to pay it off? Feel free to share your stories now in the stream. You can also text them to us or call us up, like I said, 1-800-394-1061.
All right, got about 2 minutes. We'll hop on to the final break of this hour.
In the 7 o'clock hour, too, we're going to get to some Big Money Monday. So it's back because we actually showed up to work on a Monday. So that's nice. That's nice of us. But we'll be rolling for some Big Money Monday here in a bit. So while you're typing out your stories for us, make sure to text us as well at 1-800-394-1061 with your first name and a number between 1 and 9. And if we choose you, you have a chance to win $50 cash. All you got to do is text us, and if we roll and your number hits, you win.
Also got a crazy story the end of the 7 o'clock hour about Evander Kane, San Jose Sharks NHL player.
Mm-hmm.
His wife is accusing him of not only being a gambling addict, but also throwing games in order to win money.
I think she is just a woman who's scorned.
That's the angle he's taken. Crazy story, though. NHL is looking into it. So we'll talk about that as well. All right, 45 seconds.
Thomas, thanks for that story, buddy. Appreciate it. All right, guys, going on here on the air here in just a few moments. But once again, what's the biggest fine you've ever gotten? How long did it take for you guys to pay off? Share your stories with us now, and we'll be back and share them with you here in about 10 minutes.
All right, be right back, guys. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out on air and on the stream. As always, we invite you guys to join the Horde. That's everybody hanging out on the stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You got options. Of course, like, follow, and subscribe. The Horde's great, man. Hanging out on the stream, songs playing, commercials are going. We're still chatting back and forth. It's like a show within a show, man.
Yeah, so, I mean, we talk about everything that we really can't talk about on the air in a lot of an unfiltered way as well. Plus, it's always good to tell you guys that you should definitely like, follow, and subscribe. Even turn your notifications on. So make sure that you go check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. YouTube houses every show, everything we've pretty much ever done since we started the Cotter and Marshall show, even stuff that we can't even share with you on the air. It's all right there in a very organized way. I know that because I did it like a week ago. So,
all right. So once again, join the Horde each and every morning. The entire show. Get on that stream, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Coming up after 7 o'clock. Going to take your calls, comments, and text. 800-394-1061. What's the biggest fine you have ever got, and how long did it take to pay off? So hit us up now. Would love to hear your stories. Call, comment, and text. What is the biggest fine you've ever got? How long did it take to pay off? 800-394-1061. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 1061.
all right, guys, looking for those stories. I'm going to share a bunch of them coming up here in just a little bit. I've got a story about the biggest fine. It's not mine,
okay,
but it's my wife's. So my wife has it was a crazy, and it's something that you wouldn't expect, but I'll share it with you guys here in a little bit. Wanda, thank you so much for your story. We do appreciate that. Good Lord. Wanda, you were going very fast. All right. Yeah. So we're going to do those stories. Then we obviously have Big Money Monday coming up here at the bottom of the 7 o'clock hour. So once again, go ahead and text us at 1-800-394-1061. Your first name and then a number between 1 and 9. You can only choose one. And then near the bottom of the 7 o'clock hour, what we do is roll this machine right here. And if your number shows up on the bingo machine, you win $50.
I'm going to go grab my coffee. I'll be right back.
Drop the soundproof headphones. That happens. All right, guys, thanks for hanging around this morning, especially this early on a Monday. Kudos to you guys. I had one of those work dreams that woke me up this morning where I woke up to an email. I woke up to what I thought in my dream was an email from Cotter asking me to send him a list of email addresses. And I thought, well, that's stupid. And then I woke up myself, and then it was like 20 minutes before my alarm. And I'm like, damn it. Why does this happen to me? So that's how I'm starting off my week, with stupid dreams that are waking me up 20 minutes before my alarm. Of course, I never got back to sleep, so no big deal. So over the weekend on Friday, I went and checked out only my second film since the pandemic in theaters. So I went and saw Mortal Kombat back in April. It was really fun. It was in IMAX. But over the weekend, I went and saw The Green Knight. And The Green Knight is based on an old story/poem from centuries ago. And it is a very weird movie. It's a slow-burning film, almost 2 hours in length. But, man, it's beautiful to watch. And it's loved. I would say with the fans, probably not so much. So I was actually just looking this up. So The Green Knight, the film I went and saw on Friday, Cotter.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's currently an 89% by critics, but it's only 52% on the audience score.
Damn.
I don't know. It's definitely a movie I would say probably wait to see it. If you do want to watch, I would just say wait to watch it in your house. You're going to be able to by this fall. It makes a lot of sense for them to get this out right around Halloween time because it's got kind of a Halloweenish look to it. But I mean, it's an epic fantasy adventure. It's so interesting and weird. There's giants, there's ghosts, there's stuff that I just wasn't expecting. And maybe that's my bad, but like the trailers made it seem like it was going to be a lot faster paced than it was. It was kind of slow and plodding in some spots. So I don't think The Green Knight is worth jumping into a movie theater to go see. It was cool, but I wasn't crazy about it when I left.
Yeah, I think when Free Guy comes out, definitely going to the theater after work. I talked to the wife. I'm like, hey, do you want to see this? I'd like to see it in the theater. Do you want to go see it? She's like, August sucks. First month back to school. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I'm like, cool. I'm going to go see it after work. She's like, all right. So I'm going to do that. That'll be my first theater experience back.
Wanda, thank you for the follow-up to that.
My story here isn't that exciting. So do you want to do Nicole's first, since it's probably a sexier story?
All right, got that lined up. So why don't you go ahead and share?
I got the ones from Instagram and the one off of Facebook.
Yeah, why don't you share Rob's, because we can talk about that for a second.
The SCAD thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to start with that? Or do you want to do Nicole?
No, I'll start, and then we'll go to Rob's afterwards, and then I'll wrap up with Thomas, which is more of just a lesson there.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you for that, Charles. Well, you don't want to give me your tax ID number? Hell, man. Thought we were friends.
I will say too, with the show on Saturday, we got down there. I didn't think of trying to buy parking ahead of time, which I normally do for big events. Just didn't think of it. So I'm like, all right, we'll figure it out when we get there. And parking's $40. It's stupid.
Really? $40?
$40 for event parking at TIAA Bank Stadium.
That's insane. That's so high.
Stupid.
Can't you just park on the street? I would have just found a spot on the street to park.
We got there. The show started at 5:30. We got there about 5:15. So we were kind of like, So we found, and then there's people with signs that said $15 parking, but it's like you look like 5 blocks down the road and there's still 15. It's like, I ain't driving that far. So we found there was an open spot, not one of the lots right there on the stadium, but like across the street. So $40, we parked. Getting out of there, the easiest I've ever left a major event. I mean, Dan is like, we're not getting home till 3. We're going to be stuck here till midnight just waiting. We were out in 15 minutes. I mean, it was stupid. I've never seen that before in my life. So hats off to Jacksonville and having that crap together, because I was impressed.
Oh, look. Rhett's here. He goes, good morning. I guess I give out the fines.
What's the largest one you've ever given out?
Yeah.
That's a fair question.
Yeah. So, Rhett, what's the biggest fine you've ever got or given out yourself, and how long did it take to pay off, at least when it comes to you receiving that fine? So, yeah, please, Rhett, you probably got some great stories, man. Please share with us. here. We're about to dive in about 3.5 minutes on the air. Take your time, though. We're going to kick off with a story from me, and then you've got a story, and then I'll share probably Thomas's from the stream, and then I've got 2 more after that. So next break, we could probably have you go to kick off.
Yep.
I could share mine, too, and then you can share whatever else you've got. I think all 3 of yours, honestly, are...
They're pretty short.
Yeah.
To the point.
I think you could share all those, though. I think those are all good enough.
Yeah, I think so.
Once again, guys, we're doing our call-in topic. If you have something you want to chime in with, feel free to call or text us 1-800-394-1061 or drop it on the stream. Totally fine. What's the biggest fine you ever got, and how long did it take to pay off? Wanda says, would Rhett not give me a fine if I buy him Chick-fil-A? You're going to owe a lot of people Chick-fil-A here by the end of the show. Whew, good Lord. Rhett, thank you for sharing that. And also, Rhett, if you have something like, if you've ever gotten fined, please let us know those stories too. Once again, what's the biggest fine you've ever got, and how long did it take to pay off?
Got about 2 minutes, 3 days grace. I will say, the grand opening of the rec center in Hardeeville was the biggest thing that happened in Hardeeville in probably forever. There was a line before it even started.
Okay.
People wanted in right away.
I mean, were they giving something away if you lined up?
No, just it opened at 10. So people started showing up, and they wanted to get in like 10:15. They're like, guys, we're not ready yet. There was the mayor of Hardeeville. There was multiple city councilmen. There were multiple just police just kind of hanging out. They did the whole ribbon cutting ceremony.
Right.
And then they started letting people in. It's a nice looking venue. But then for 2 hours, it's just constant people showing up to this thing. So biggest thing in Hardeeville. And then, like I said, great looking venue. They got the indoor track. They got all kinds of courts. So, but it was a deal.
Where in Hardeeville is this?
In Hardeeville, 285 John Smith Road.
Okay. So it's not off like any major road. It sounds like it's kind of.
Yeah, no. You get off of 17 in a little bit. But talk to the mayor, talk to the guy running the building, talk to multiple councilmen.
Oh, it looks like it's like right off the 95.
Like I guess it is. I didn't take 95, so yeah. 30 seconds. But yeah, nice looking venue.
It's right around the corner from City Hall.
All right, guys, got about 15. Be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. This morning, taking those calls, those comments, and the text, 800-394-1061. What's the biggest fine you've ever got, and how long did it take to pay off?
So I live in the Georgetown area in Savannah, and our neighborhood has one of those Facebook pages like every neighborhood does. And, the people who live on the main drag of our neighborhood are always complaining, y'all going too fast. And then, one day they put a cop car at the very end of our street.
Okay.
And they put it up in someone's driveway too. So everyone, it's weird. It was actually in the driveway, but the cop was actually in the vehicle.
That seems like an entrapment.
I don't know.
A little shady.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not mad at it because it's our drive. I think the driving speed through our neighborhood is 25 or 35 miles an hour. I can't remember.
Follow it anyway.
I never follow it. So one day we're driving and I see this cop car. And I'm like, huh. And I've seen a lot of chatter on the Facebook page. I'm like, I wonder if they're going to escalate this. Well, they did escalate it the following Monday. So that was a Friday.
Okay.
And then on Monday morning, I get a phone call from my wife. She goes, I was just pulled over. And I'm like, where were you pulled over? She goes, a block away from the house.
No.
And I'm like, what do you mean? So you come up to a street and then you immediately take a right. And then it's about, I don't know, a quarter mile and you're kind of out of my neighborhood. So I'm kind of on the front half of where I live. So when you look to come out of my my home, my street I live on, you look to your left to see if there's any oncoming traffic there, and then you just kind of go to your right. Well, literally 40 feet off that stop sign, there were 3 cop cars just pulling people over one after another because it was a little bit around of a bend. So if you came around that bend, they're going to catch you probably speeding.
Yeah.
Well, they caught her for rolling through a stop sign, and I'm like, it can't be that much. And she's like, yeah, I don't know how much it's going to cost. So she had to look up online. It was a $300 ticket.
Really?
It was a $300 ticket for rolling through a stop sign a block away from our house. She wasn't speeding. She wasn't doing anything else. $300. Now, how long did it take to pay off? A split second. We're rich. We're so rich. We make so much money doing this morning show. We can't even really talk about it, but still, $1,500 show. But, man, rolling through a stop sign, $300 for her, man.
Now, I have on Berwick, I live off of Berwick, and there are cops sitting off of Berwick all the time because people fly down Berwick. I came to work.
They fly down Berwick on golf carts, too.
I know.
Yeah, white people problems.
I came to work one day, and there's this truck that parks in the road, which you're not supposed to do, every night, and he left about the same time I did, but I got out of our little subdivision first. He flew around me probably doing 60 on Berwick. And I'm like, please be a cop, please. But there's cops there all the time. I've not seen them pull over one person.
Right.
Never in the last 2 years, your wife gets busted for rolling through a stop sign.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're taking your calls, comments, and texts. What's the biggest fine you've ever gotten? How long did it take to pay off? I love Rob's. Rob hit us up on Facebook. This isn't a traditional fine, but I think it's legit. Went to SCAD for grad school. Didn't even let me get my degree, $150,000.
Yeah, this was a self-imposed fine. He gave his self that $150,000. And wait, didn't even let me get my degree? Did he fail out?
I don't know.
What's going on, Rob?
I want more information on this because, how did they not let you? They took your money.
Right.
No issue with that.
Well, SCAD's really good at doing that.
As a parent with 2 kids the college age, my oldest is taking a gap year. And by year, we mean forever, which is fine because it's
a gap forever.
It's a gap forever, which is fine, though, because if he's not into school, why stick yourself with the money? But school is expensive.
Yeah.
It's a self-imposed fine, but
how much is it going to cost for your other kid to go to school?
Too much.
Yeah.
And more than what my oldest was going to pay in Kent. Oof. And it's 5 years. It's a guaranteed 5-year program. So tack on another, tens of thousands.
A 5-year prison sentence that you'll pay off for the next 40.
Forever.
Awesome. I've got one more. I've got one here on the stream, and we got tons of stories on the stream. Thank you guys for that. And also, if you want to share your stories about what the biggest fine you ever got was and how long it took to pay off, feel free to call us up, 1-800-394-1061. This is more of a cautionary tale from on the stream. Thomas shared this. He goes, believe it or not, the last one I had when I was 18, he's currently almost 40. He goes, I don't remember how much it was. I don't remember how long it took to pay off, but that was the last time I got in trouble with the law. So, yeah, no more fines for me. Good boy, Thomas. Good boy.
All right, call, comment, and text. 800-394-1061. More of your stories coming up. What's the biggest fine you ever got? How long did it take to pay off? This is Adrenaline from 0936. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Do we have anything on the text line?
Let's see. Tony, Thomas. Nope. Those are just people wanting to win some money. I appreciate on Saturdays people are still trying to win Hella Mega Tour
tickets. Even for the Jacksonville show, they were trying to win.
I guess. All right, got about 2.5 minutes. jump back into it.
Yeah, Wanda just commented. She had like a little hand writing down emoji going, don't roll through a stop sign. Yeah, apparently not.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, no, Berwick, there's always cops sitting out there. They must not be paying attention because people fly down that road, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have any issues, obviously, because I don't live on the main drag of my community. But, like, there's people complaining every morning, like, oh, you guys need to slow down. Like, it's a main drag of a community. I mean, like, there's residential houses on it. We get it.
Yeah.
But, like, when you're going through, usually, during the nighttime, you're probably not thinking there's kids running around. So you're probably going to go a little bit faster.
The speeding down Berwick doesn't bother me all that much. My complaint is when you turn into my little subdivision, you come to a T. So you take a left, like you're coming to my house. You can take a right to go to the other side. And there are stop signs for cars coming, from the right or left who are going to turn out onto Berwick.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody stops.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to turn into the subdivision, there has been multiple times where I've almost gotten a wreck because people just roll through that stop sign like they're going to go, and you really can't see you coming down because there's the house and there's trees and there's shrubs.
Yeah.
So they don't see you until it's almost too late. Yeah, multiple times I've almost gotten into a wreck. That I wish they would bust people on because that's just annoying.
How do you want to go into this break? You want to do you on this?
Yeah, mine's not that epic, but I can share my story.
Well, why don't you share a story and then go into one of your Facebooks?
Okay.
Facebook stories, and then do you want to stretch this out over 2 or 3? I guess is the next question.
How many do you have?
I've got the 2 from Rhett. I've got 1 from Charles, and I got 1 from Wanda, and then I have. You've got the rest of them. So
I would say probably not 3 then, right? That just seems like.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Charles just said stop signs and traffic lights are just suggestions.
For some people. All right, guys, be right back. We are taking your calls, comments, and texts this morning, 800-394-1061. What's the biggest fine you've ever got? How long did it take for you to pay off? Now, my biggest fine I ever got, I paid off in about 2 minutes. So I was in high school. I had a 1984 piece of crap Camaro. So I'm back roads between my town of 1,000 people to the big city of 30,000 people. And I was doing 80 miles an hour in a 55. So cop pulls me over, pull off to the side of the road. Me and a buddy are in the car. He's like, yeah, that's reckless driving because I was going so far over. So he starts going through the whole process. He's like, can I search your car? I'm just a crappy teenager. So he does the whole car search thing, whatever. There's nothing in there. Search away. So he comes back. I got a ticket for like $190, $200. I mean, I don't remember the exact amount, but it was because of the reckless driving.
Well, back in that decade, that was a lot of money.
A lot of money. So he's like, well, if you have it, you could pay it now. And I DJ'd a lot of weddings and dances. I had the money on me. So I'm like, I'll pay it now. And he looked at me like, really?
Yeah. And he's going back to your car to search for drugs.
What else is in that car? So I mean, I ended up I paid him off. I just gave him cash right there. I mean, I still had to go to court. I still had to get court supervision.
Right.
So there was more money involved after the fact.
But also, that's kind of weird that you would just pay for it right there. I feel like he was kind of getting one over on you.
Maybe. I mean, I was 17 years old. I didn't know.
Yeah, this
cop said you could pay it off right here. I did.
Huh. That's I've never heard of that before, but I think that cop scammed you.
Did I just get screwed? not just get screwed. Did I get screwed 3 decades ago?
You definitely did. Cotter, I got a few stories here I need to share with you.
Okay.
How about this one? So Sherry Miller just dropped in a story for us. She goes, morning, guys. Jim, my husband, recently got a 94 and a 70. It was $568 plus $200 for state super speeder. He goes, it was the first COVID season. So I guess this was just last year. And she goes, at that time, the roads were pretty much deserted.
Yeah.
So he had almost an $800 super speeder fine for going 94 in a 70.
Now, when you say it like super speeder, that sounds like you're getting an award. I mean, that doesn't sound like a penalty. I would,
like that sounds cool.
I want like a WWE belt with super speeder across it.
Yeah, do you want to play Mario Brothers or Super Mario Brothers? I think we all know the answer.
100%. Crazy Asian Diva hit us up on Instagram. She's just flexing. Not sure how, but I've never had to pay one. Now, excuse me while I go knock on wood.
Yeah, knock on all the wood, man.
Yeah, please
everyone seems to get tickets to their lives. What about this? So our buddy Rhett actually is a gentleman who works for law enforcement, and he hands out tickets on a basis that I'm sure is a regular one.
Yeah, it's part of the gig.
So he goes, I wrote a guy 5 tickets once. Ooh. The total was around $1,500 in vehicle violations, speeding, driver license violations, and more. And he goes, I know troopers that I work with that handed out almost $12,000 in fines to semis for truck violations.
I want to know what type of truck violations is racking that up. Also, as the driver, are you responsible for those fines, or is there a company you work for?
I guess in the company, right? Maybe both?
I guess it would depend on what the violation is. Is it something that the company did? Then I would say that's on the company. Is it something you did? Then it's probably on you. But $12,000?
I just imagine it's a Super Trooper situation where they're opening up the back and they're like, everything's labeled with Johnny Chimpo like labels.
Right.
And then they locked him in the back of the semi truck, and that's why the $12,000 fine came about. I mean, essentially, he just explained Super Troopers to me, at least in my head.
That's true. Sparky Fist also hit us up on Instagram. This one, I like this one. Still paying taxes. Ask me the final cost when I'm dead.
Well, that's funny because we actually had someone from the stream also talk about taxes. Our buddy Charles, he goes, I'm not going to get into details, but many years back I got into a bind and got behind on business taxes. He goes, let's just say the IRS is worse than the mafia.
Oh.
So, yeah, I mean, they're always coming after their money, and I'm guessing they're pretty vigilant and consistent with their pressure on trying to get their money.
You got to get paid, man. You got to get paid.
Well, that's the IRS. They get paid enough, Connor. We seriously don't need to give them any more money. I'm good.
Fair enough. All right, call, comment, and text. You got a story. What's the biggest fine you ever got? How long did it take to pay off? It is the Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
I still have Wanda's story I could do.
Okay.
And we do have a text here as well. Let's go ahead and do 3 on this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because you have one more?
It was another speeding one, so it's why I didn't go into it, just because mine was just a speeding one. I can tell the next break, though.
Why don't you pull the text and do that?
Okay. Salsa Mark?
No. This is someone else.
Here we go.
Port Wenny Worthless is how you would say that.
Like, what the fuck is he?
Port Wentworth.
Yeah, no. I get that. That's why I was trying to figure out what was he saying.
All right, guys, thank you so much for your stories this morning. We're going to get to a couple more here after this commercial break, and we'll wrap it up, and then we'll get into Big Money Monday. If you have not yet, everyone on the stream, your chance to win cash, go ahead and text us at 1-800-394-1061. Your first name and then a number between 1 and 9. We have a few in there, but I'm definitely expecting more. So go ahead and drop in, once again, your first name and the number between 1 and 9. If we choose you, we'll roll the ball or roll the bingo machine for you. If the ball comes out with your number, you win $50 cash from us. But go ahead and text that in now. And, of course, if you have any more stories for what's the biggest fine you've ever gotten, how long did it take to pay off, go ahead and share that with us via the stream or call us up or text us, whatever is easiest. And we'll share our last few stories here in just a few moments.
I got my plane ticket for Austin in October.
Oh, that's awesome.
$170 round trip to Austin.
So I sorted out a few trips this weekend that I'm taking. So going to home, going home to see my mom. Awesome. So the last weekend of actually this month now. Yeah, we're in August. That's crazy to say.
Yeah.
The last weekend of this month, I'm going for a quick trip, $170 round trip.
Yeah.
That's from Savannah to Bloomington, Illinois. My family lives just outside of that by about 30 minutes, which is just crazy to me that it's so cheap right now to fly.
Yeah, I was surprised because I started looking into it, and I mean I'm staying an extra day in Austin, but it's saving me $150. So I was initially going to leave on Monday, and the cost of the ticket was like $300. And I'm like, if I leave Tuesday, it was $170. I'm like, I'll leave Tuesday. I'll take another day off. It's fine. But yeah, I'm going to leave like after the show on a Thursday and head out. Head down to ACL, have some fun.
Phil, thank you for that. Phil just dropped in a story. And Rich just dropped in a story. All right, then.
And for that first break of the for the Big Money Monday, the 20th anniversary, I was referring to the actual countdown. I didn't put that on there. I've got it. I got to get a promo running today, but I've got it up on the website. People can contribute songs for the 20th anniversary countdown.
Yeah, you've had that on the website for a couple days now.
Yeah, I just put it up over whenever. Yeah.
Phil, that's a great story, man. Can't wait to share that here in just a moment. All right, so I've got 3. Do you want to go ahead and I'll email you Rhett's story real quick. Yeah, go ahead and grab Rhett's story then.
The HOA one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grab that, and then we'll just volley back and forth on this last one then.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll start with Port Wenty Worthless.
Yeah, I'll jump into Wanda's, do Rhett's, I'll do Phil's, and then we'll wrap up there.
Okay.
All right, once again, guys, we're going to get into Big Money Monday here in just a little bit. If you have not yet, please text us your first name and the number between 1 and 9 to 1-800-394-1061 for your chance to win $50.
All right, we've got 30 seconds left of commercials. Sublime what I got. Then we'll get back to it. I got trivia tonight. Be downtown.
Where are you going?
New Realm.
Oh, okay.
So last Wednesday, I was there for bingo. And now I'm trying to I'm doing trivia and bingo. I'm trying to find somebody to host at least one of the nights. Just because getting up this early, I just, doing 2 is a little too much. So last week for bingo, they're like, man, it's super slow. Give it till 7:30. Nobody shows up. Just bail. All right, cool. 5 till 7. 15 women show up. And it's just like, we're here to drink and have fun. Oh, bingo, let's play bingo. So as it's done, I'm like, I don't know if they're tourists. I don't know if they're from the area, whatever. And it was, a decent crowd. There's other people there. I'm like, hey, if anybody's interested in hosting, let me know. I'm looking for somebody. So I had like 5 or 6 of the ladies like, hey, look, we're all college students here in Savannah. Love to make some extra money. How much is it? I told them. They're like, all right, we're in. So I literally just gave my phone to them. This is the best way to pick up ladies if you're single. They like 5 or 6 of them put their, just gave me their email address. So I'm like, good. I will find one of these out of the 6 in. So I sent an email that night. Hey, Gabe, trivia, bingo. If you're interested, respond to this, let me know. One person responded.
Right.
So I'm like, cool. If you can show up on Monday, I'll show you how to do trivia. We can go from there. She never responded to that.
These kids nowadays, Cotter. These kids, no respect.
I just can't find somebody to host, man. Killing me. So we had a buddy who was going to do it. He got a new job, couldn't do it. Had somebody else lined up. Their job got in the way. Had somebody else lined up. Their job got in the way. I just want to have somebody host trivia or bingo. I love the money. The money's great, but kicking my butt.
Wanda said she would do it. Oh, wait, she's got kids.
You bring the kids. It's fine.
I don't know if New Realm will love that.
All right, about 45 seconds.
Oh, Charles actually has a great suggestion. Call Vic. He can host. He's looking for a new job.
Dear God, no. No offense, Vic.
Wow. No love for Vic, man.
I love Vic. Vic is not somebody you want repping your brand. Let's be honest.
Oh, what's wrong?
Be honest.
What would he do? What wouldn't he do?
Burn every bridge ever.
Yeah, he definitely would. You'd be so screwed if Vic hosted. It would be kind of funny, actually.
All right, guys. That's maybe a bit somewhere there. All right, guys, be right back. Continuing with your calls, comments, and text, 800-394-1061. What's the biggest fine you've ever got? How long did it take to pay off? I got a text from somebody. Port Wentworth Worthless Police.
Whoa. Assault.
Their
That's
text,
assault.
not me, pulled me over for a tail light out. I politely said, well, I don't drive behind myself. Expecting a warning. Yeah, come on, man. Just no. Expecting a warning, no. $300 or come to hell court out here. I paid it that night.
Wow.
By the way, there was a car beside me with kids with no seatbelts hanging out of windows. Profiling this guy, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, $300 for a tail light out?
You thought I got hosed by the cop back in the day.
Right.
I don't know. That seems shady as hell, too.
Yeah, usually, did you pay it that exact moment?
He said he paid it right there. I paid it that night.
No, well, I think that's a. I don't think
racket?
that's a racket. That's not real. You're not supposed to pay him immediately in cash. Also, why do you have $300 cash on you? Who do you think you are? Dwayne The Rock Johnson's $1,000 bills over there? Connor, we got some great stories from the stream. Also, totally, I think you got screwed. And this person right here.
I'm starting to question.
So, got some great stories on the stream. Wanda says, she goes, I had a ticket and a fine for a super speeder when I was around 21 years old. State trooper was thinking about arresting me because I was doing 90 in a 50. He asked why I was speeding. I told him I was heading to work and wanted my $100 bonus for being on time. He goes, for whatever reason, he knocked the speed ticket down to where I had to attend a defensive driving class and a $150 ticket. She goes, it was a small county road. She'd never seen a trooper on it before. And he almost ruined her getting to work on time. But I think the ticket and then just a $100 bonus.
I know.
It really wasn't worth it.
No, not at all.
It doesn't sound like the best move, Wanda. But you know what? Kids will be kids.
Red hit us up. He had a couple about when he was the law enforcement when he handed out fines. Well, he said, I did get an HOA fine that I did not agree with. Let it roll for a couple months, and it racked up additional fines each week. Total was around $300 once I decided to pay it before they put a lien on my house. HOA, speaking of rackets.
Right.
HOAs are like the biggest rackets on the planet.
So I didn't have my yard edged properly, although they could not tell me what a properly edged yard looked like.
Yeah.
They just said I needed to edge my yard. I'm like, to me, my yard is edge, which I never edged it. So I didn't own an edger at that point. And they actually had a crew come out and edge my yard. Then they charged me $65 to pay that crew. Yeah, they actually tried to charge me more, but I cried about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you tell me what an edge yard looks like? They're like, sir, we don't have that. I'm like, that seems like bad management on yours. I mean, how can you tell people to edge a yard if you can't show me an example of what an edge yard looks like? Huh? I still paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So we got another one here from Phil. I love this one because it hurts my soul probably as much as it hurt his. He goes, I got a $200 ticket for parking next to a fire hydrant. He goes, I wasn't even close. To make it worse, the ticket was timestamped 5 minutes before he got back to his car.
No.
I know. That hurts my soul as well.
That sucks. All right, coming up next, you want to score $50 this morning? We got Big Money Monday details after Stone Temple Pilots. Here's Dead and Bloated, Rock 106.1.
There it is. A little time delayed. You're messing with people. All right, guys, Big Money Monday is coming up here in just a few moments. If you haven't already, morning, Craig, go ahead and chime in on the text line. It's 1-800-394-1061. Once again, 1-800-394-1061. Please text us your first name and a number between 1 and 9 for your chance to win $50. If you do win, we just go buy a $50 Visa gift card at the store across the street. We mail it directly to you. Super easy. Except that we've only had like one winner in the last 2 months.
Yeah, it's been
a rough go. It's been a rough go, guys. Well, let's change it. Let's change it. Positive vibes for kicking off this week.
Morning, Greg.
I can't believe you did all that yard work yesterday when it was like stupid hot outside.
Well, so I got up nice and early, started writing trivia because I didn't get to any trivia writing on Saturday because of the remote and then the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I got up like 7 o'clock. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to write trivia for 2 hours. 9 o'clock, I'm mowing my front yard. So I have the rechargeable lawnmower. I have to plug it in. So I knew I would have enough charge to mow the front yard. And then I'd plug it back in, let it charge, then do the back. So I go out, mow the front yard, edge the front yard. I'm trimming the bushes. I pulled weeds. Very happy with it. Plugged it in. So I let it sit because it's 5 hours is what it's supposed to charge for. So I let it charge for 5 hours. So I'm like, all right, time to get the backyard done. Now, because of rain, because of things, whatever, I haven't mowed my complete backyard in probably a month. So it was getting a little out of hand. And being an electric mower, it's not the most powerful thing on the planet. So I get a third of the way done, and the mower's starting to get a little, and I mean, it's a little rough on some of the super tall stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I get a third of the yard done. The mower dies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it charged for 5 hours. I completely ran it. Done. And I'm like, I'm not finishing the freaking yard this time. Go plug it back in. 7:30 last night. Go back out and finish mowing.
Yeah, I mean, when grass gets that tall, man, you're making that thing work 3 times as hard.
Yeah, so I finally got it done. It took me I had to mow 3 different times. Front, back twice, but it's done. Didn't get to edging or anything like that in the backyard by the time because I got done. I was just like, I'm hungry. Let's eat.
Okay, some breaking news on the Olympics side. We got 2 minutes before we go back on the air. USA's Jade Carey wins gold medal in floor routine.
Oh, nice.
Simone Biles will return to action in the balance beam final.
Oh, cool.
And then what was the other Olympic thing? U.S. women's soccer team will miss the Olympic gold medal game after a 1-0 loss to Canada in semifinal.
Damn.
So they'll play for the bronze, though, right? That makes sense?
I would
bronze.
think, yeah. Sean, I have an electric mower. It's like we didn't have a mower at the house previous to this because my backyard was just a disaster, and the front yard, there was so many coverage of trees, it was just basically dirt. So we got here, and it came with a mower that was an electric plug-in, but it didn't work. So we bought one that was a plug-in mower, and Wanda, I agree. I just felt stupid out there freaking, trying not to mow over the cord every time. So that one died. And we had bought that, and there was a warranty, so I reached out, and they're like, we're just going to send you the next level up.
Sure.
Because we didn't it was just a basic electric mower. So they sent me the next level up, which is the cordless, but it's still electric.
Mm-hmm.
So it's much better not having a cord, but it's still an electric mower. It's only going to do so much.
Yeah, I bought, I don't know, a couple of years ago when I moved to my new house 4 years ago, I just got like a Craftsman deal, and dude, it is awesome. Yeah. I actually wound up like, after 4 years, I actually finally replaced the spark plug. Got a new air filter in there. Put some oil in it, I think, for the first time.
Yeah.
Still runs like a dream. Absolutely love it.
I will. This one's working fine, obviously, yesterday aside, because I knew it was going to be rough because I hadn't mowed in forever. But, a couple years from now, a gas mower. Gas mower.
Yeah.
Next mower will not be an electric mower. All right, we got about 30 seconds.
Gotcha. Coming in to talk about 20th anniversary and Big Money Monday. Gotcha. Yep. Rhett, I'll ask that question once we come back.
All right, be right back. Thanks for hanging out, Cotter and Marshall Show. Marshall, it's no secret we love giving away our boss's money.
Oh, it's one of our favorite things in the world to do. Every single Monday, we do Big Money Monday. And it's really easy to participate if you just text us your first name and then a number between 1 and 9. You can only choose one number between 1 and 9. Don't choose one, or maybe choose one.
Well,
I don't know.
I was just saying one number.
No, I know, I understand. I'm just saying 1 to 9, choose any number you want and your first name. Text that to us, 1-800-394-1061. And we're about to choose the person we're going to play for today. And then if that number appears on one of the bingo balls that we have in this very, very sophisticated $16 bingo machine that we have here in the studio, you win $50.
So you still got plenty of time if you want to participate. But once again, text us your name, a number 1 through 9, your chance to win Big Money Monday. All right, so we've been having 20th anniversary weekends since really, right before summer started, highlighting a different year that Rock 106.1 has been around since we're celebrating our 20th anniversary.
That's right.
Well, we're going to wrap up our 20th anniversary weekends, Labor Day weekend, with the biggest countdown we have ever done. It is the Rock 106.1 20th anniversary Rock 1061 countdown.
That's a lot of songs.
Counting down the top 1061 songs ever played on Rock 106.1.
Yeah, and we're asking you guys if you have any suggestions or whatever your favorite song is that we maybe ever played over the 20 years of Rock 106.1. We're asking you guys just to let us know so we make sure it's on the list. And maybe it's a deep cut.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like the third or fourth single from Godsmack's, first album, or maybe it's just like a random one-off, one-hit wonder. Just let us know and tell us at the rock1061.com website.
So it is the Rock 106.1 20th anniversary countdown. Let us know what song should make the list now on the website, rock1061.com. Big Money Monday is next. Your chance to win $50. Text us your name and a number, 800-394-1061.
Morning Sugar and Spit. Greg says, Saturday I channeled my inner Marshall minus the ginger mullet and micro penis. Thank you. And power washed the back patio. Surprised you could make your way through with all your old man hands probably trembling. Are you sure you washed the patio or just washed the sky, Greg? Sean goes, I have my rider that I paid for, $600 used, will run forever because it's old and built better.
Yeah.
Then my two push mowers are ones I snagged while working for FedEx, and people were getting rid of them for free. Fixed them for less than $10 each. Nice. Yeah, I think you need to get a push mower. Good old classic gas push mower. American gas push mower.
Yeah, my next one will definitely be full-on gas mower.
All right, guys. So once again, Big Money Monday is coming up next. If you haven't yet, text us 1-800-394-1061. That's the phone number. Very quickly. Your first name and then a random number between 1 and 9. We'll randomly choose one of you to play, and hopefully you'll win. All right. You want me to choose?
Yeah, you can choose.
Right. I will give. How much time we got?
We still have
a couple minutes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give it a couple more minutes, then I'll choose.
All right, let's see what this person wants.
Is it Vic? Is Vic calling us right now?
Maybe. Check.
He did text in just a moment ago.
Rock 106.1, is this?
It's your buddy Vic.
Yeah, it is. What's up, Vic?
Hey, let's hear some tracks when y'all go to do that thing on the
On the countdown?
106,000 songs. I like tracks.
All right, cool, man. Yeah, I'll put that down on the list. Done and done.
Oh, and by the way, dude, one time I was on my way to Rockville. Now, I didn't get a ticket, but I was on my way to go get my Uncle John a couple of years ago on my way to Rockville. And let's just say I had probably 4 felonies, and one of them was a DUI. And I got away with it because my son was in the car, and the cop let me go. I blew on the blower twice over the limit, and he finally just said, dude, you're going to that concert. Can your son drive? And I said, yes, sir. And he says, get your son out here. And Dylan got out, and he said, can you get your dad to Florida without wrecking? And he goes, yes, sir. He said, you two get in that car, and you go see your concert. And he let us go.
That is the nicest cop ever.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, I had Xanax. Well, I can't tell you all the shit I had. I'm telling you, I swear to God, I had 4 fucking felonies on me.
Damn, dude. You lucked out.
Wow.
called up, and then I told my buddy Victor at the other shop what happened. He said I had a golden horseshoe in my ass.
You absolutely did. Classic Vic stuff right there.
Dude, I even woke up the next morning and felt like I was in jail.
Why is that?
Dude, I'm just telling you, I could see the bars, dude. When I first woke up, I see the bars like I was in jail. I was at my mom's house, so I got like totally trashed the night before.
Yeah.
I was so proud of myself for getting out of that shit. I got double fucked up.
Let's celebrate.
Proud of you, Vic. Proud of you. Sort of. I don't know. Maybe proud of you. I don't know. All right, Vic. We got to run, buddy. But love you. We'll see you later on, man.
All right, brother.
See you, Vic. See you, man.
I can't tell you the 4 felonies. I had Xanax on. Wait a minute. Let me shut up there. Freaking Vic, dude. Oh, my God. That guy, for the most part, never disappoints unless you meet him in person. Sean goes, here's a song suggestion for your countdown list. The History of Monsters song you played for Underexposed Halloween 2010. Jesus Christ. You remember that one?
Is that Phone Wallet Keys?
The History of Monsters? No,
Yeah.
I don't think that's it.
Is the name of the song Phone Wallet Keys?
Oh. Was that an Adam Sandler song?
I don't know.
Adam Sandler did a song. It was like, it's Phone Wallet Keys.
I do remember. Shocking. Let me see if we still have it. I was going to do a couple local songs in there. So.
All right.
Phone Wallet Keys. There it is, man. Still got it.
Is it really in there?
Yeah.
All right.
There
you go.
They have 2 songs in the system. Phone Wallet Keys. There's a Girl in the Garden.
All right. Make sure it's on the list, man.
There we go. Let's see. I know we can't play it over the stream, but I remember liking the song.
That's something. That's definitely something
There
right
we
there.
go. All right. It's there.
Sorry we couldn't play that for you guys, but yeah, that was the song that Sean just suggested. And it was quite the banger.
So we also have this story before we get to Big Money Monday about Evander Kane with the San Jose Sharks. His wife dropping all kinds of allegations over the weekend. I mean, because it's legit when you drop it on your Instagram story.
Oh, 100%. That is the way to address every situation in your life. All right, guys, we're about 3 minutes out from jumping back on the air. Yeah, this Evander Kane story is pretty fun. He's not a beloved NHL figure.
No, and he does have some gambling issues.
Yes.
I mean, that part's true.
That came out a couple of years ago, but we'll dive into that here in just a little bit, and then we'll do Big Money Monday right afterwards. Our girl Mac. Mac was so excited this weekend. We talked to her a couple times, and I think she even mentioned it on the stream on Wednesday, but she was going to do a pedal pub thing.
Oh, yeah.
Downtown. Mac said on the stream, she goes, the pedal pub didn't happen for me on Saturday, but she hung out at the rail that evening. She goes, I thought you guys would be proud. So,
I love the rail.
Very proud of you, Mac. Congratulations. Hopefully you did a breakfast shot, which is the best shot ever at the rail. Also the only shot, I think, available at the rail, outside of straight whiskey.
I was going to say, you get the whiskey. No, the rail, one of my favorites.
Saturday night. What time did you get home? 9:30?
I got about 2 minutes.
Mac, did you meet a boy while you were out at the rail?
Your mom would like to know.
Yeah, drop the T, as the children say. Mac said, I did 4 White Claws and 2 songs for karaoke and did a dill pickle shot. And got home at midnight. Oh, my gosh.
What songs did you karaoke?
Good Lord, Mac was having a night. She goes, I met 2 douchebags, not interested. Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Were they wearing those douchebag 1 and douchebag 2 shirts? That's so popular down on River Street.
Bohemian Rhapsody. That is a ballsy choice.
Yeah. No one wants to hear Bohemian Rhapsody at a bar, right? No one wants to hear 6 minutes of someone singing that.
That is ballsy.
Before he cheats, yeah, I can see Mac doing that.
That one I get, yeah. So before Green Day took the stage, they play Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, of course.
And everybody just in the whole, you stop what you're doing, and everybody just sang along.
Yeah, it's a great jam song, man.
Yeah. But, yeah, that's a ballsy choice, Mac. I now I'm curious. I want to hear you sing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Max says no, they're wearing the douchebag chubby shorts. Yeah, I know what chubby shorts are, but why are they douchebag? They're just shorts, man.
All right, we got about 20 seconds.
Max says, let's just say everyone was singing along with Bohemian. So is there a video of you singing this, Mac? Because I would love to see that.
Yeah, this got to be a thing.
Yeah, please share that with us.
All right, guys, 10 seconds. Be right back. Your chance to score $50 gift card is coming up in just moments with Big Money Monday. Still text us your name and a number 1 through 9, 800-394-1061. I'm going to get to that, but first, got to talk about Evander Kane. He is an NHL star, plays for the San Jose Sharks. Over the weekend, his wife took to her Instagram page and dropped several large allegations against Evander. So it started with, how does the NHL let a compulsive gambling addict still play when he's obviously throwing games to win money? Maybe someone needs to address this.
Yeah, that's kind of a big deal. That's like his ex, not even his ex-wife yet. I mean, they're not divorced officially, but they're going to be very soon. But she's already throwing that out, and like you're in the middle of divorce proceedings, like maybe talk to your lawyer before you get all mad and decide to go on Instagram. That seems like a bad thing to throw out there.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like he even said that she's a little mentally unwell when he responded on Sunday because she was saying she named the NHL commissioner, saying they need to look into it. Now, the NHL is looking into it, and they're like, look, we're not going to punish somebody just because somebody posts something on the internet.
Right.
But we are going to check it out. Now, Kane does have gambling issues. There is a history there. A Las Vegas casino sued him in 2019 because he allegedly failed to repay a $500,000 gambling debt racked up during a playoff series against the Golden Knights. $500,000.
Well, I mean, shouldn't you be getting ready for the games? I mean, in the playoff series, he was just in Vegas gambling $500,000 away.
I guess.
Now, the NHL said they're going to investigate, and they're very aware of the social media post from Anna Kane, the soon-to-be ex-wife of Evander Kane, and they plan on having an investigation done before the start of the season. So if they find something fishy or something, they're obviously going to probably suspend him or possibly expel him from the league. There's a chance of that. And he had a really good season last year. He did like 25 goals, 30 assists. I mean, he was a solid player for the Sharks. So if this is true, it's real bad news. But also, I don't know. It doesn't seem quite right. Like, this seems like one of the biggest no-nos a player could ever do. And it doesn't seem like no one should be that stupid. But
that's it. I mean, he did respond on Sunday, denied everything. He said, I've never gambled, bet on hockey, never gambled, bet on Sharks, never gambled, bet on any of my games, and have never thrown a game. So, I mean, it's he said, she said right now. I'm interested to see where it goes with the NHL's investigation, but I agree with you, man. You have to be off your rocker. If you're making millions of dollars to play a sport, to think, I can make a little bit more if I just bet against myself.
Yeah, he makes $6 or $7 million a year playing hockey, which is high for those hockey players.
Right.
So anyway, good luck to him and, well, sort of her.
All right, let's get to some Big Money Monday. We love giving away our bosses money. It's been a while since we've had a winner. We're jonesing to give somebody $50.
All right, so someone texted in, said, I'm choosing the number 2, and my name is Paige. So we're playing for Paige today.
Okay.
And we're looking for the number 2 Cotter. So,
okay. I want to do this.
Positive, everyone, positive vibes only. Cross your fingers. Is everyone doing that? Hopefully not if you're driving, but maybe just with one hand. It's fine. Don't drive a manual. All right. You ready for this?
We're looking for number 2.
Number 2.
Okay.
Big Money Monday. If Paige gets a number 2 on any one of these bingo balls, she wins a $50 gift card.
Come on,
Easy
Paige.
gift card. Here we go.
Paige. Come on, Paige. We want to make this happen. What's going on?
I don't
here?
know.
Are you spinning it the wrong way?
No, hold on.
We broke it. Did
No.
we break the bingo
Did I do
machine?
it the wrong way? Oh.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Oh, okay, guys.
Looking for a two.
Looking for a two. Ladies and gentlemen, Paige got a 72! Woo! Paige has got money. Paige has got money. Paige got money. All the money. Connor, what's wrong? Woo! $50 richer you are. Let's go out, have some drinks. Da 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 da.
When did you get a money gun?
Okay, first and foremost, if you're not watching the live stream, I did purchase a money gun. You may be able to hear it. And when did I buy it? Cotter, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Let's just say I spent way too much money on this money gun, and I've been waiting to shoot it off for weeks now. This has hurt my soul that I haven't been able to tell you this, but I bought a money gun, and I plan on shooting it off every single time we give away money. And, of course, Paige, you just won $50 from the Cotter and Marsh Show. That's our boss's money. Congratulations.
Oh, that is amazing. I love that. I was not ready for that. Did not see that coming at all. All right, coming up. Congratulations, Paige. We're going to play again, of course, next Monday. Coming up after 8 o'clock.
Hey, you got to help me pick up all this money, this fake money.
Coming up after 8 o'clock. What if things went to hell? Where is the best country to be in if society would collapse?
That's a good question.
You know what? People looked into it. There are a list of 5 options. But then I think we should talk about where we'd like to be.
Oh, yeah.
If things went poorly.
I got a couple ideas. Hopefully they include money guns.
They should. All right, coming up after 8 o'clock, we're talking that. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
I've had this thing for weeks, man. I've had it for weeks, and I haven't been able to use it. I've been so disappointed.
That is amazing.
You have no idea.
That's funny. All right, I'm going to pick some of this money up.
It shoots out the money very quickly. All right. Don't worry, I'll be using the money gun in every future celebration, just so you know. I spent actually it was like $21.
Okay.
So it's been $21 on the money gun.
Oh, shoot. So now you just need to talk A-Dub and actually giving us actual money to shoot out of the gun.
Right. All right, congrats, Paige. She texted us at 7:38 a.m. on the dot. Now you need a dancing pole to go with it for next time. Throw some leg in it with the next win. Well, I mean, Cotter's going to have to do the dancing if we do it, or we're going to have to hire someone.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, please.
That was fun.
Yeah, so this is the fake money. It just says super money. It's not legal tender. Who would have thought?
All right.
That's still not all of it. I got a punch.
Oh, is it over there?
Yeah.
Stuff?
Yeah, there's me.
2 under the chair over there. Oh, with green tights. People love the green tights, man.
Wanda is the only person that likes the green tights.
Wanda's the only person that matters.
Wow.
All right. Ooh, shit. All right. All right. 2 hours in. Show's flying by on a Monday, guys. Flying by. Oof. Oh. Forgot one.
Aw, man.
Missed one.
There's one behind you, too, on the desk.
Oh, Jesus.
It got everywhere.
We're going to be finding money for the next week.
All right, guys. Just wrapped up Big Money Monday. That was fun.
That was great. Love giving away cash.
Oh, man. My My mouse finally died.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I have to charge it up. I'll have to take that home. I don't have any of the charging.
A lot of people decided to play today. That was nice.
Oh, yeah, I got a ton of texts today.
All right. Into commercials now. Going to get some Volbeats. Wait a minute, my girl.
All right. In the 8 o'clock hour today, obviously, we're going to play some trivia for your chance to win some Savannah Bar Crawl tickets. Let me just put this here. Sorry, money got everywhere. Huge issue for us. We make a lot per episode. Oh, we never got to Rhett's question in regards to the Magic 8 Ball.
Oh.
And guys, if you have any questions for the Magic 8 Ball, please drop them in. Now, fantasy football season is almost upon us. And Rhett had a question in regards to his usual fantasy football quarterback, which is Drew Brees. Excuse me. He asked if he should take a shot on Trevor Lawrence. So once again, should Rhett take a shot at Trevor Lawrence if he's available in fantasy football? Concentrate and ask again. Okay, I talked about motherfucking Trevor Lawrence. Should he draft him? Outlook good. Okay. The Magic 8 Ball is loving Trevor Lawrence, Rhett. So if you're still around, buddy, go ahead and take a shot at Trevor Lawrence. We got a few minutes. I'm going to use the restroom, and I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, no worries. So, so it's talk about the Hella Mega Tour. So much fun. Fall Out Boy, I dig their earlier stuff better than the newer stuff, but I do love their song Uma Thurman, which came out a few years ago. They played that. They came out with just like a bunch of pyro, and Pete Wentz had like a flamethrower attached to his bass, so that was actually pretty cool. The first band, the Interrupters, they were really good. I enjoyed them quite a bit. They were a lot of fun. So honestly, just a great show. And like I was saying, I forgot how long it's been since I've been to a big arena show or stadium show like that. You know, some of the smaller stuff like at Victory North, which are awesome, but then a lot of them been like outdoor festivals. Welcome to Rockville, ACL, all that stuff, and it's a different atmosphere when you go to the arena show like that. You know, with a festival, you're seriously like, all right, where am I going to go next? Got to make sure I'm by this stage at this time so I get a good spot to see this band. So you're not always just concentrating on the music. Going to this, man, you can just focus in on the music. It's like I took a limited amount of pictures early on, then put my phone away and just watch the bands. It was so much fun. All of them really good. Green Day, definitely a great live band. I mean, they all were great. Weezer's just a lot of fun. Fall Out Boy, which I've never seen before, great. My daughter absolutely loved that. So it was fun to see, and it was cool because I talked about it earlier. Hodge from Southern Barrel was there, and he shot me a text. He's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Section 206," and then he shot me a picture of where he was at, literally center stage, about 8 feet away from the stage that came out into the crowd. So he had fantastic seats, or I guess he didn't have a seat. He was standing. They got the Wave going at the concert. Been a while since seen the Wave.
The Wave.
The Wave.
Okay. I would not expect the Wave to be making an appearance at the Hella Mega Tour.
It made an appearance. It's funny because the stage was set up like on the 20-yard line. So there was a big section, behind the stage where there's obviously nobody sitting.
Mm-hmm.
So they started to get the Wave going up in the stands, and then it kind of pooed out when it came to the front because, nobody on the floor was paying attention.
Right.
So then it would kind of pitter around and come back around. Then finally, when the floor participated, and the whole arena erupted because they were just happy they played along.
Of course they were.
It was fun. Beers are stupid expensive.
How much?
$13, $13.50 for like Goose Island IPA. I mean,
how much were like domestics? Like
$10.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I was paying when I went and saw the
Yeah.
Jags or AEW there.
Yeah. The parking was stupid. The water, $5, which you're like, water? But I mean,
Yeah.
decent price for water.
You should just call Dave. He probably could have got you.
I was going to call him about parking, and then I just completely forgot.
Yeah, he.
And I'm like, I'm not going to spring it on him the day of. That's just a big thing.
He's sure he would have got you set up. Was there a Jumbo Shrimp game?
There
last
wasn't
night?
because I looked into it.
Okay.
'Cause I'm like, oh, there's no game. I don't know. Maybe it makes it easier. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I just forgot. And then I'm like, I'm not going to reach out 5 hours before.
So people went to the movies this weekend, which I was kind of surprised at, but not in the way that like people used to go to the movies. I'm sure it's going to kick back eventually. But Jungle Cruise was the #1 movie at the box office this weekend. That's the Disney film with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Emily Blunt. $34.2 million in theaters. Disney Plus is saying it made $30 million on the streaming service. So
a lot of people describing it as a flop.
$65 million opening weekend.
Yeah.
That's a flop?
For the articles I was reading, with the money that was made at the theater, it didn't give the price what was making through Disney Plus. They were calling the theater returns a flop.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think that, honestly, for where we're at, I think that's kind of spot on.
That was my take on it. It's like, you got to figure out what's going on, man. It's not like they're going to make all the money.
Going back to the Wave, Phil goes, unpopular opinion, I absolutely hate the Wave. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not a huge fan of it either. Like, I get if I don't know. Obviously, to make the Wave, everyone has to be into it. But just the starting of the Wave, if you're the guy or girl that's trying to start the Wave, I think I mostly don't like you. But if the Wave is going, it's fine.
How many circles do you give it? Because after a while, you're just like, I'm done, guys. I'm over the Wave.
2, 3.
This
max.
kept going. Minutes of the Wave. And after a while, you're just after the first one, you're like, yeah, man, let's do it. And after a while, you're just like, I'm done.
That's way too long.
I'm out.
Wave.
I'm
out. So going back to Jungle Cruise, which was the #1 box office movie this weekend. Let's see. I think Stillwater, which was another film that came out, more of a smaller film with Matt Damon. Yeah. So that came out, and so did The Green Knight, and both made about $6 million. And that was your top 3.
Yeah.
So it was a rough weekend. And I thought a lot more people would go to the movies. I mean, I went to go see The Green Knight on Friday around 4 o'clock. So I went to an early screening.
Right.
And there was probably only 10 other people in the theater. I mean, look, I get it. It's a small little artsy kind of movie. But still, there was like 12 people max in that movie theater at that time, which was great. I didn't have to sit next to anyone. I've decided I'm a top row guy now when it comes to movies. So I go to the movie theater in Pooler that you can like choose your seats and everything. So I just buy my tickets through like Fandango.
Yeah.
And I've tried to sit like in the middle, like middle row, like that perfect viewing screen. I don't think I'm about that life anymore because there's people all around you.
Yeah,
no one understands boundaries, like the courtesy of going to a movie. Like, if you sit somewhere and the theater's wide open, don't sit in front of other people.
Right.
Sit like
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, don't do that. That's weird. But I always get people that are always sitting behind me, always sitting exactly in front of me, and everything else is wide effing open.
Yeah.
So I think I'm a back row guy now, and I think I'm an end guy. I like either end. Yeah.
Okay.
So I can get out easily.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I just it's people have slowly tried to ruin movies for me. That's just the way I feel. So that's just some tips for you in case you're going to see a movie anytime soon.
Yeah, I'll be going in a couple weeks.
Morning, Holly. Greg goes, is Marshall doing movie seats like Sheldon Cooper? Oh, is that the Big Bang Theory show?
I don't know how he does movie seats. Sorry. All right, guys, got about 7 seconds. Be right back. What is the best country to be in if civilization completely collapsed? We'll tell you here in just a second. Be sure to hop on the stream, join the Horde, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Like, follow, and subscribe while you're there. You can also listen to the show. You can download the Rock 1061 app. It's free. Find us in the App Store, Google Play. You can also get us on your in-home smart speaker. And there's always the website. That is rock1061.com. So there is a new study that has been put together taking a look at if civilization completely collapses, because, you know, the world, where would the best place to be?
So they're all the places I've never been to, at least on my personal list.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, just going over, you want to save the list, and then we'll go over?
No, I think we can just go ahead and we can hit up the list here.
Let's just go over and let's hit number 1 right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Zealand, place I've always wanted to go to.
Now, the research points out that basically all 5 of them, but specifically New Zealand, they're likely to survive because their island or island continents. They have strong oceanic climate influence, low temperature, and precipitation variability. So they're not affected that much by climate change. They're also saying there's not a lot of people, especially New Zealand. It's like open country.
Well, it's beautiful out there. Plus, It's crazy expensive to live in New Zealand. Like it costs to buy a house. It's like 10 times the medium income to buy a home in New Zealand right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, everything goes to hell and collapses, though. You're just bartering here's a goat. Can I have a door?
A goat. You just carry like a truck full of goats right now?
Maybe. Civilization collapse. Goats are a hot commodity.
So wait, are you the goat guy?
Maybe.
Once Mad Max level stuff happens?
Everybody's got to have a thing. And if I'm the goat guy, I'm the goat guy.
Now, I wish you would actually start doing this now because you talked about off the air about how you haven't cut your backyard in quite some time. You wouldn't have to if you had a goat.
We also talked about HOA fines. I'm sure that would be somewhere along those lines.
You know what? That's a future Cotter problem.
That's very true.
All right, back to the list.
Also on this list, Iceland comes in second. Once again, island
sounds
country.
very cold.
You know, I've seen pictures and I've heard that Iceland is absolutely beautiful.
It is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. I've seen those pictures as well. I would be into it. I just think the weather would kind of kill it for me. But now that I look at kind of the countries I chose, 2 out of 3 of them are kind of cold. So I don't know what I was thinking.
Now, the UK is on this list. And according to the research, they're like, this is kind of the weird one. Because, like, unlike New Zealand, which is, just massive and open and there's not a lot of people, there's great farming. The UK is, tightly packed with people. There's not a lot of spots for farming. But they're, once again, in the ocean, the climate change isn't affecting them as much. So that's why they still make the list. So Australia kind of is on it. It's Tasmania in Australia.
Is that where Tasmania is located at? Sorry, guys, I'm dumb. I thought Tasmania was like somewhere way far away from Australia.
I guess. Is it a separate island off Australia?
I don't know. Well, this will be a thing Marshall Googles later.
Okay, fair enough. And then finally, the last one on the list is Ireland. So what? No? Ireland.
Yeah, if society collapses and you're already depressed, go to Ireland. You'll just become more depressed. You'll be all the depressed if you go to Ireland. It's constantly cloudy and it just rains on you every other 30 minutes. Like I don't know. Like if society collapsed, I'd probably try to go find somewhere a little bit nicer than Ireland. Not saying Ireland's not nice.
No, I
Been
get
there
that.
a couple times, loved it. I don't think I want to live there.
So they only put 5 places on this list. So I'm guessing every place else is just screwed.
Probably.
These are your 5 options.
If
that's all you get.
If society collapses, you can't have you can't go down to the Keys, probably
true,
not.
true.
Everyone's going to go down there, and it's probably not going to be a great place to be.
All right, so coming up next, you and I are going to talk which places we'd actually like to be.
Yeah.
If and when society collapses. All I'm going to say is, for mine, happiest place on earth.
Really?
Just hear me out.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you why.
Oh,
Coming up next, Mammoth WVH, Don't Back Down. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
So Tasmania is an island just south of Australia. It's not New Zealand. So like there's Australia, here's Tasmania, and New Zealand's over here.
Okay.
So
Australia, they don't necessarily say, it's more focused on Tasmania. I'm guessing with Australia, though, so much is the outback. What can you do with that?
it will die.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the major cities in Australia are coastal cities: Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide. I think is how you say it.
Okay.
But yeah, Tasmania is just south of Melbourne, so it's literally off the southern tip. It's beautiful, picturesque, and then probably, I'm guessing thousands of miles to the east is New Zealand.
Okay.
Rhett goes, but you can have Guinness beer if you're in Ireland. Greg says Marshall could go to Scotland and survive on haggis.
Have you ever had haggis?
No, I haven't.
It sounds disgusting, but no, I've not had it.
Would I get the haggis from Cotter? Isn't it just a... Oh, sorry, you were saying goats. I was thinking sheep. It's a sheep stomach.
The civilization collapse. Nobody can be picky,
That's the thing, too.
You have goat haggis.
All the places I want to go to if society collapsed, I literally have to get on a plane.
I know.
Or a boat.
Yeah, we're screwed. We're not getting there. Maybe, well, you talked about going to New Zealand next year. Maybe if you're lucky enough, society will collapse while you're there.
Right.
A
little twofer for me. Best vacation ever. No, speaking of vacations, I'm going back home to Deer Creek, good old Deer Creek, Illinois, at the end of this month. And then I purchased tickets to go to Chicago. So the weekend of my wife's birthday, there is a wedding that I have to attend.
Mm-hmm.
So going to do that. So I'll be here on that Friday. I'm going to do the show.
Yeah.
And then I'm leaving, I think, later that night. I think. Is that how it works? Now I don't remember. Something like that. One of the trips, I do the show on Friday and then I take off.
Okay.
So. Well, there is one Friday I'll be taking off.
Get it?
New Zealand is now a continent called New Zealandia. They say only like 10% is above water. What?
Bam. So, Greg, yes, I'm guessing. So you've had haggis. Can you describe how it tastes? Because it just sounds like one of the most disgusting things ever.
So it's a Scottish dish consisting of a sheep or calf's offal mixed with suet, oatmeal, and seasoning and boiled in a bag, traditionally one made from the animal's stomach. It does not look great.
No, it looks disgusting.
It looks like a giant sausage, but grosser. All right, so I've got 3 places, I think, on my list. Yeah, 3 places on my list. One I just mostly chose because I have no idea.
Yeah. I just got the one, but I'm going all in on the one.
Okay.
All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for listening on air and on the stream. So if society would collapse, where's the best place to be? Well, according to some new research, that place is New Zealand. They actually put together a top 5. They're all island continents or countries.
Right.
So I think that was the biggest thing. They're also not necessarily affected by climate change, which is, I guess, a reason society could collapse. New Zealand is 1, Iceland is 2, the UK, Tasmania in Australia, and then Ireland.
Right.
So I figured let's talk about where we would like to be if society went to hell.
Now, I actually wrote down a list, but I just realized that list kind of sucks now. And then I realized what better place for me to go if society collapsed than formally the basement of the house I grew up in. Because, and here's the reason why I'm choosing this, Cotter.
Okay.
I just had an epiphany during the commercial break. My mom canned everything as a child. And we had a garden, so we have thousands of jars of vegetables and food down there. I could probably live for quite some time. You know, I had guns at the house. I had all sorts of stuff. If society collapsed, and let's just say my house wasn't completely burned to the ground, I think the basement of my parents' house, I could probably live for quite some time.
Now, didn't your mom move?
She did move.
Okay,
yeah.
So
I break into whoever lives there now.
And you have to bring all of the canned goods
and then I'll just bring them all on a little, like, red wagon.
Marshall, just get out of the street there.
But I'm just saying, like, I think that was probably, if society truly did collapse. And I wrote down places like Norway, just because it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to go there. Italy, I just always wanted to go on the boot, baby.
Sure.
I go walk around the Roman Colosseum, society collapse, just me.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing javelins everywhere. You know, maybe there's a tiger that comes loose.
I'm a gladiator.
Yeah. And I'm sure there's some cheese and pasta around. Like, I just imagine they have heaps of it, so I'll just eat that for a while.
I get that.
I'll live the Italian life. So, I mean, and then I also love to talk badly in a bad Italian accent. Mamma mia! Like, I do that stuff all the time in front of my wife, and she hates it. She goes, "Why don't you just learn Italian?" And I'm like, no. I'm so good at bad accent English Italian, I can never learn real Italian. So I think, you know what? I think Italy or my mom's basement would be the place for me if society collapsed, Cotter.
I think that makes sense. My choice is Walt Disney World. Hear me out. Okay, so they have a complete underground tunnel system and world unto its own underneath.
Is that for child trafficking?
Maybe. Okay. Underneath, the parks.
Okay.
And this was put there because when they opened Disneyland in California, Walt Disney would see like people walking from park to park, like employees.
Right.
And he's like, this is killing the magic when you have somebody from Adventureland walking through Fantasyland. So when they built Walt Disney World,
I went to a strip club called Fantasyland once.
So did I. Scary place. So, I mean, they built this whole underground complex. So Disney World's sitting on top of this. So you can get to all of these parks. They have their own food system. I mean, if you go to Epcot, they're growing their own food. So you have the ability to grow food there at Disneyland. Plus, it's Disneyland. And you're going to have somebody there who knows how to fire up the generator. You want to go in the Haunted Mansion to get bored? Go in the Haunted Mansion.
So what happens if, like, the regular crowds of Disney think the same thing and try coming in? Now, let's say you're one of the first survivors inside of... Are you closing the gates to the happiest place on earth?
Yeah, totally. I'm going to become the dictator of Disney World.
What's the cutoff? Like, how many people are you allowing to live with you there?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't want wait lines to be very long in my new Disney dystopian future.
Are you saying, like, fatties? You don't want anyone over?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying wait lines because, I mean, it's still Disney.
Oh, yes.
Wait lines.
Yes.
So I don't want that. But I'm just saying, I think there is potential there in Disney. I think you're going to be safe in the underground stuff.
Right.
I mean, because you can't tell me.
So you want to be one of the mole people of Disney?
Oh, yes. I'm 100% in on this. 100%.
Really?
It's the best idea ever. All right, where would you like to be if society collapsed? You can join me in Disney.
Or my mom's basement.
or Marshall's basement. Here's the deal. You join me in Disney. You can have Epcot. I'll take the Magic Kingdom. We can oversee our own little lands.
Okay, I can drink. Well, are the rules still in place? Can I only drink in Epcot?
You can make your own rules up. This is the beauty of it.
Okay, then I don't want Epcot. I want the Star Wars land or whatever that is.
Okay, so Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, I'll be taking that one.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I want Universal Studios as a whole too.
I think that's fair. We can work all this.
There's so much magic. Let's build some tunnels to that one.
All the deals are working out. All right, where would you like to be if society collapsed? Hit us up with a text 800-394-1061 or comment on the chat. Coming up next, we're talking about the Horde, why you should join each and every day. Scott and Marshall Show, Rock 1061.
Greg, man, you're too good to me. So Greg on the chat says, I will say this for Marshall's survival plan. I am amazed that you made it to adulthood.
No, so the reason I picked Disney, because for years, and I'm too lazy to write it, I think there is a dystopian future novel about people in Disney taking over different parks, and it's just big warring faction that takes place in Disney after the fall of the world. And I'm like, I think there's a story there, and that would make a killer movie.
It would never come out.
I know.
Disney would kibosh.
You can never allow it. But I think there's just an awesome dystopian future story in the world of Disney. So
when I lived in Las Vegas, now Las Vegas obviously is the desert. So when they built Las Vegas out, they built all these water channels, and they have all these spots for water to fall into if it ever does rain in Las Vegas. And currently they're in technically monsoon season. So it's been raining quite a bit in Las Vegas, like crazy amounts over these last 2 weeks. And now monsoon season's like 3 weeks long for Vegas. Like they get like a regular rain schedule where it's like 2 or 3 days a week, like what we get all year long. Excuse me. So in these tunnels, most of the time, there's obviously no rain out of the year, and they stay very cool because they're underground. There's actually a faction of people that live underground in Las Vegas.
I've heard about
in this tunnel. Yeah, and they've done documentaries, and like there are people that live underneath there. So if you're going to get prepared for this dystopian future where society collapses, you should go to Vegas and talk to these people about how they live. So you can be prepared when you go take over Disneyland.
Yeah.
World, whichever one.
Disney World.
Yeah.
Greg, Cotter Survival Plan is to live the vacation movie. Yes, 100%.
Cotter Survival Plan is just to go on the same vacation he's gone on every year for the last 20 years.
To be fair, haven't gone to Disney in over 5-6 years.
Well, that's the pandemic's fault because you were supposed to go like 2 years in a row.
So, yeah, we're going to go 1 year, and that's when my wife's back was all kinds of messed up.
Yeah, 19, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, we're going to go in 19, but my wife's back, like, she has a herniated disc, and it wasn't going to be worth it because there's no way she could have fun. I mean, it was bad.
Yeah.
So then we were going to go in 2020, pandemic hit. So hopefully third time's a charm. We're going in November.
Did your wife get surgery? Did she get surgery?
She got the steroid shot.
And she's just been fine with that since?
Yeah, so she got the first one. She got the first one. It helped right away. But then it kind of slowly went back, and after like 3 months, she wasn't as bad, but it wasn't good. And then she got the second one. Now she takes And initially, they gave her some pretty decent, drugs to go home with. Those are long gone. I mean, she'll still take aspirin, every now and then for it. But no, dude, night and day.
Jesus.
Yeah, lucked out. But no, we're going in November for my birthday.
Gotcha, yeah.
So,
yeah, I've got Max said breaking. Disney and Universal at the beginning of 2022, hopefully family trip. Oh, good for you.
Your mom loves us so much. Are we invited?
Yeah.
I think that's a fair question.
I think Mac's mom probably would have a spot for a future Mac boyfriend, and that's not going to get filled anytime soon. So what we'll do is Cotter will go to Disney, and I'll go to Universal.
I think
and we'll just break up that trip.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like this.
I'm going to need the bed, so go ahead and Mac, sleep in the bathtub or something.
Yeah, Wanda brought up the injection instead of 3. Yeah, so they said she can get up to 3 before they would really recommend getting surgery done. But she hasn't had to get the 3rd one yet.
Yeah, if it was my wife, she would have had it by now.
Yeah. Sean, 100% agree. The Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is a great ride. They did a really good job with that, and it's cool because
is that new? I've never even heard of it.
It's new within the past. I mean, it was there last time I went, so it's new within the past 10 years. And what's cool, it's like, Disney's always been pretty good about keeping things interesting while online. With that one, they've really, you could tell they're taking that up to a new level. There's like little games you can play as you're waiting in line, like touchscreen games. Mm-hmm. And then they completely redid the waiting in line for like the Peter Pan ride. And it's like kind of interactive stuff going on. And so they've done a really good job about keeping you entertained now.
I wish Disney would do a better job of, if you're going to put us in lines, like have it covered so I'm not standing out and baking in the sun. I wish Disney would do a better job of that. And I understand they can't in so many ways just for the look of the park, but I wish there was like a better way of them doing that.
Yeah.
Just the theme park idea would be a lot better if that was done.
Yeah. I want to say the Mine Train is decently covered. I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean is awesome with that because you're basically underneath something and then you go inside that little cavern to get to the ride. But yeah, Haunted Mansion sucks because it's just like you're just outside standing in a courtyard.
Greg says there are people in Australia who live underground, a town called Copper Petty. They do it because it is so hot. Yeah. Jesus Christ. So earlier we were talking about stuff we watched over the weekend. So on Friday night, after I went and saw the movie, we grabbed some food and then we went back to the house and we're just hanging out. And we decided to throw on some crappy reality television just to kind of like zone out for the rest of the night because, I worked most of the day and didn't get a nap or whatever in. So we actually watched Love is Blind. They have it's a reality show that was very popular over the pandemic that was on Netflix. And they did a string of reunion specials.
Okay.
I guess there was 3 of them. 45 minutes a piece. We watched all of them. And I don't know if anyone else has watched these yet, but just a heads up. In case you're wondering my thoughts, Damien's a little bitch. He's a bitch boy, and he'll always be a bitch boy. And if I saw him in public, I would probably say the same thing to his face.
Oh.
So
okay.
So he met someone on Love is Blind. They went to the altar. He said no, but they continued to date for the next 2 years. There are a couple that like constantly fight,
right?
And then they just bang it out, and like good for them, right?
Right.
But like they're people. They're another couple you don't want to hang out with in public because they look like awful people,
right?
And they just don't get along at all. Well, the dude was caught on TMZ cameras like hanging out with another chick, and that was a story. So in this reunion special, he invited the chick to the party that they had.
Jesus. Okay.
So he's like, I just didn't want to make it weird. I just wanted to show you that we're just friends. This is him talking to his girlfriend of 2 years. And she's like, you're an idiot. You need to get out of here. Like looking at the other girl. It was so funny. So stupid. But Damien's a little bitch who is very, very dumb and loves sports cars for some reason. He's rich for some reason.
Yeah.
We've allowed him to be rich. I blame America.
Let's see. Mac, 2 want to do's. Mine Train, yes. Hulk. Velocicoaster. You definitely have to do the Velocicoaster. It is one of the best roller coasters I've been on. All the Harry Potter ride. Yeah, the Hagrid ride's fantastic. Galaxy's Edge I haven't done yet. My brother swears by the Pandora ride. He says it's one of the best rides he's ever been on. So you get a chance to do that. Tower of Terror, I love. I think that's fantastic. I mean, it depends on what you want to do. There's all of the other, traditional stuff. I'm always a big fan of the Haunted Mansion. It's one of my favorites. Love Pirates.
I like Haunted Mansion. I went there. I mean, I went to the California edition of it, but
yeah, always a big fan of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Jungle Cruise. I mean, yeah, I'm a sucker for the old standbys that have been there forever.
Yeah, when it comes to Universal, the Harry Potter rides, and there's a Marvel ride that's kind of fun.
Spider-Man.
Dude,
the Spider-Man ride's legit.
It's really good. Yeah, all the Harry Potter rides and that. And then other than that, just chug beers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. Mac also pointed out, she goes, that bitch boy Damien stringing Giovanni along while hanging out and being just friends with Francesca. Bruh, you knew exactly what you were doing. Grow the So Mac definitely watched Love is Blind, the reunion specials. Thank you for being there with me, Mac. I appreciate that.
See what else in Disney. I mean, yeah.
Tower of Terror, is that there?
That's in Hollywood Studios. I love Tower of Terror. Tower of Terror is great. I haven't been to the new stuff with the Star Wars stuff, so we're hoping to be able to do that when we go because it's so in demand. You have to you get there and then throw your name in the hat. I mean, you're not guaranteed to get on it.
Which one?
The Galaxy's Edge or whatever.
Really?
One of the rides that you can go through the land and everything. Like the main ride in there, you're not guaranteed to get on it.
That's stupid.
There's just there's so many people.
But you pay to get into the park.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
You should have an opportunity to ride. You would think. Oh man, I'd build another park. Build another one.
All right, guys, you got about 20 seconds.
I lose my mind.
Yeah, you're not guaranteed, man.
Tower of Terror, didn't they make that into a Guardians of the Galaxy ride, or was that just temporary?
I want to say they're going to, or that was the plan I heard, but as of now, it's still just Tower of Terror. All right, guys, be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out, Cotter and Marshall Show. Want to invite everybody to join the Horde. The Horde is everybody hanging out on the stream each and every morning watching the show. That's right. It is live stream via Facebook, via YouTube, and via Twitch.
Yeah, that's right. 20 hours a week, Cotter and I are in front of cameras, and we apologize for the way we look. We obviously don't try very hard.
I was just going to say, you would think we would try way harder for this.
I look like Bill Belichick over here, wearing almost like just a sleeveless hoodie.
It's true.
Yeah, it's not a great look, but you know what? We appreciate everyone who sits there and stares at our beautiful faces for 4 hours each and every day. Once again, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Go like, subscribe, turn your notifications on for when we do go live every day. And also, we put up new videos. We put up snippets of the show, and then we put up stuff that you just don't see outside of the show when we're on the air. So lots of stuff on our YouTube channel, so make sure to go there and check it out.
So join the Horde, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Coming up next, we're going to play some trivia. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? We'll find out. Here's Bad Flower in 30, Rock 106.1. Questions?
Yeah, I swear to God, I think they turned. Maybe it was temporary because they turned the Guardians of the Galaxy Tower of Terror. I know it was going for a minute.
Did they do that in Disneyland?
They did it in Disneyland, but I don't know if they did it in Disney World.
I keep hearing them. I mean, I'd heard talk about them doing a Marvel section in the park, which would totally make sense. So I don't know. Space Mountain, yeah. Sorry, Wanda. I do like Space Mountain.
I went on it once, and there was all my Disney knowledge is from the California park because I haven't been to the one in Florida.
I've never been to the California one. Thunder Mountain's good. I don't know, man. I admit it. I'm a Disney nerd. I'm in on all of it. I'm a big fan of Epcot. I just like going and drinking.
I just don't want to wait in lines.
No, lines suck. The lines suck. I get that. You could do the Fast Pass thing in Disney.
But do you have to pay extra for that?
No, you don't have to pay extra for the Fast Pass, but you're limited. So when they first started the Fast Pass, once you're in the park, you can get like a ticket. And it's like, hey, come back in 2 hours. And then once you had one ticket, I don't think you can get another. You can do like one at a time.
Right.
Now they've changed it to where you can reserve Fast Passes 90 days out of your trip or 60 days out. So in October, it might have been 60 days or 30 days because in October we can go, hey, we want our tickets for these. So
I would rather just like if I'm going to pay, like, give me an option where I pay a little bit extra, but I get to choose the rides I want to go on in the order I want to go on. So, like, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and I have to show up 15 minutes before and check in. And then I get a ride exactly at that time.
Yeah.
And then I get to walk away, and then I can go visit the park, have some drinks, and then, like, hey, 2 o'clock, we got to get over to Space Mountain because we're right. Like, I'd much rather, like, give me a menu of Disney stuff. Just don't make me try to, like, elbow my way into every effing ride. Like, Disney, this seems like the most obvious thing, especially with, the internets. Like, give me a menu and let me choose, 6 rides for my day.
Disney may have, so Universal has a pay option. It's not, you're not reserving a spot, but you can pay extra, and you basically have a line that you just cut basically to the front of the line. So it saves you all kinds of time. I don't know if Disney does that. It wouldn't surprise me if they did, because a lot of parks are doing that now, where, like I said, it's not a reserved time, but you get to basically go to the front of the line.
Yeah, that's why I love doing Halloween Horror Nights. There's like a VIP pass that they call it, RIP pass, a rest in peace pass, and like literally, you never wait in any line. They walk you through the entire park. It's 4 hours. There's like 12 different things you go see. You stop at bars to get drinks. Like, it is perfect. So I'm going to do that in September again. Can't wait. Did it back in 19. Obviously didn't do it last year. So.
Charles, you got me there. I do not remember. I remember hearing about the ticket booklets, but I don't remember the ticket book.
What was the ticket book?
You had to buy like tickets for rides in the beginning.
Oh, like you had to pay to get in, then you had to pay for tickets for rides?
Charles, I don't know. You'd have to speak up on that, but I know there were, because there was like an e-ticket. There were just not like an E as an electronic.
Right.
It was the ride was an e-ride, so you had different ratings of rides. All right, guys, we got about 15 seconds. Going to play some trivia. If you'd like to play, get ready to call in. Be right back. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Well, it's time to find out. Going to play some trivia brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl.
There it is. So go ahead and give us a call, 1-800-394-1061. If you're the first person to call in, we're going to hook you up with passes to go to the Tailgate Bar Crawl, the first big football weekend of the year for college football is that weekend. Tons of people are going to be out, and you definitely want to be a part of this bar crawl. It's going to be a ton of fun. So go ahead and give us a call. First person to call in will take on one of us. Doesn't matter what happens, win, lose, or tie, you're still going to get these passes.
800-394-1061. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by Savannah Bar Crawl, Rock 1061.
Charles said the better rides required more tickets.
Okay. Yeah, I remember, like I said, I remember hearing of those, but I don't remember actually having to do one.
All right, guys. Any of you want to play? Go ahead and give us a call. 1-800-394-1061. Playing Are You Smarter Than a Community College Dropout Trivia. Brought to you by our friends over the Savannah Bar Crawl. Going to hook you up with passes to go check out the Tailgate Bar Crawl. My brain is getting exploded over here just because I don't have my mouse because it died on me. So I have to use my hands on this mouse pad like a mongrel. Charles goes, I'm old. So they just give you a book when you walked in, Charles. That's how it worked. So you obviously got tickets to Disney World, and they just hand you a book. They're just like, all right, have fun.
Yeah.
And now you get to go to Disney and pay $150 a day.
So stupid.
And then you get to ride maybe 3 rides, right?
No, I mean, I it's been a while, and I know they've changed up some things. I've got the Magic Kingdom down. I mean, it's like I can get through and hit up pretty much every ride I want to see in the Magic Kingdom. Pro tip, when you get there, like any park, and this works really in any theme park, when you get there and you're like waiting to get in, if you can hang a left and start going left, because the majority of people will go right, You go left, and you can hit up a lot of crap right away because everybody else is going the other way around. It's just natural habit.
Okay.
Go left because you're going to get a lot less people. But yeah, we can bang out Disney World or Magic Kingdom pretty easily. Yeah, so I don't know. Been a while since we've gone, so that could be different now. And I haven't been to Hollywood Studios in a while, so they did a bunch of whole Toy Story stuff that I haven't even ridden yet, so I don't know. We will have some time to hop on here afterwards. We want to try to re-solicit if we need to. Going into the song.
Gotcha.
And never been to Dollywood. I've heard good things, but never been.
Is that inside of Disney?
No, Dollywood is Dolly Parton's theme park.
Oh, okay. Oh, of course. How much money do you think she makes off that? Or was it just a one-time fee?
You know what? That's a good question. I don't know. The more I've read about Dolly Parton within like the last couple of years, she may be one of the most amazing people on the planet. I mean, she does a program for students with books where she'll send you a book every month or something until they're a certain age. She made a crap ton of money off of obviously Whitney Houston's version of "I Will Always Love You" since she wrote the song.
Okay.
She took a lot of that money and invested it into African American communities. I mean, she did a lot with vaccines and donating money to that to get vaccines made. The more I've read about her in the last couple of years, just an amazing human being.
Good old Dolly Parton.
And for her husband's recent birthday, she
I saw she dressed up as her Playboy bunny.
Yep, she redid the Playboy bunny photo shoot. So
she still looks amazing, man. How old is Dolly Parton now?
She's got to be pushing 80.
How old is Dolly Parton? 75.
There you go. And the movie 9 to 5, still a classic. One of my favorite movies when I was younger. All right, we got about 10 seconds.
All right.
Try this again. We'll be right back, guys. Are you smarter than the community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. Still got time. If you want to take on either myself or Marshall, you can do it.
So call us up right now, 1-800-394-1061. We'll hook you up with passes to the Tailgate Bar Crawl, presented by our fine sponsors, the Savannah Bar Crawl, on Saturday, September 4th, that day. The Georgia Bulldogs taking on Clemson at 7:30. So Bar Crawl starts right around 4 o'clock. You can get a few drinks in you. You can stroll down the street and then jam out for the game. Once again, 7:30 on September 4th. Bulldogs and Clemson taking on each other. And you can be a part of the Tailgate Bar Crawl by calling us up right now.
All right, 800-394-1061. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Let's find out now. Allison Shanes and Rooster, Rock 1061. All right, not looking good.
Sean goes, go Clemson. He goes, hello, just kidding. Don't like either team.
My wife, I want to say Steel Magnolias is one of the movies that she absolutely despises. And she has a reason, and I don't remember what it is. If it ever gets brought up, she brings up that reason for hating the movie.
Oh, come on.
All right, we're gonna have to take each other on. Time. I got about 4 minutes.
Been on a cold streak with.
Yeah, man. Ain't cool. It's not cool.
All right, so we got trivia up next, guys. Then after that, we'll jump into our final hour of the show today. Going to talk about Quentin Tarantino. Going to talk about his next film. It won't be a Rambo remake, but he talks about how he'd like it to be a Rambo remake.
Yeah, that's an interesting story. And then, I mean, the Cubs ripped everybody's hearts from their chest if you're a Cubs fan over the weekend. God, so brutal. So brutal. Even knew it was coming. Still sucked.
Looks like school starts. Wanda said school starts back on Wednesday this week.
Yep. Dana's been in the past week or so. Oh, and Wanda, she doesn't have a list. I forgot to get back to you about that. She doesn't have one currently. But thank you for offering. Yeah, she's been back since last week. Yeah, they had their open house on Sunday, so she's got 2 days back in the classroom, and then students back in on Wednesday. She is excited to be actually back in the classroom and not virtual.
I bet.
Not a fan of the virtual. It'll be weird because in 2 weeks, once Ella's out, go home from work and it's just me until like 5 o'clock every night.
Mm-hmm.
Be bizarre.
For someone who does that every day, it's awesome.
Dana teaches pre-K, so she got the little kids.
Yeah, I go home every day. It's me and the dogs.
Yeah,
and then we hang out all day, except for when I have to record something in my house. The dogs hate it.
Okay,
they'll bark. They'll go crazy. So they have to stay in their cages for that.
Yeah.
Everything else, they're out. They're just usually sleeping right next to me.
Yeah, I figured I'll get home, nap right away, get up and get some work stuff done. So it should be nice because I always felt guilty working on stuff over the summer when the wife and kids are there. So it's like putting the show together instead of doing it at 8 o'clock at night, which when I would normally do it, be able to get that done before the wife gets home. So that part's nice. No, that is true. There'll be a lot of, I guess, Vic time. I don't know.
Morning, Gibby. Saw that Gibby broke his phone over the weekend.
Oh.
So hopefully you got a new one, buddy.
Morning, Gibby. All right, got about a minute 45. We'll take each other on in trivia. Do you want to ask me first this time? I think I asked you first last time.
Sure thing.
$90 seconds. What up?
He was saying what up to Stacy. He just wasn't screaming what up just to sound like a crazy person, guys, just so you know.
You sure?
Yes. I heard it too. Or we both be crazy.
All right, got about a minute left.
Weird. All right, guys, diving into trivia here in less than a minute. And like we said, after that, we'll wrap up the show here in the next hour or so. Talking Cubs, talking Quentin Tarantino, and of course, talking Marshall's Music News. I've got 3 stories today. Jerry Cantrelli's got a new solo album, so we're going to talk about that. Metallica, well, they're doing something again. And then Motley Crue celebrating a 30th anniversary or 40th? I can't remember.
30th, I think.
30th or 40th.
Yeah.
One of them.
I think it's 30.
It's a whole long time.
All right, guys, be right back. Are you smarter than a community college dropout? Brought to you by the Savannah Bar Crawl. This morning, Marshall and I going to take on each other.
So let's put you to task first, Cotter. Once again, are you smarter than a community college dropout trivia? Brought to you by our friends over the Savannah Bar Crawl. Your time will begin after I ask the first question. If you don't know the answer, go ahead and say pass. Are you ready? Those are the rules.
Let's do this.
All right, question number 1. Scopophobia is the fear of what, Cotter? It's multiple choice. Is it telescopes or being stared at?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, man, I'm going to go being stared at.
That is incorrect. Question number 2. Which NFL team's name was inspired by a famous writer?
Pass.
Question number 3. How many U.S. presidents fathered no children? Multiple choice, 8, 3, or 5?
3.
Incorrect. Question number 4. Who is the first person to sign the Declaration of Independence?
I'm John Hancock.
That is correct.
Okay.
Question number 5. What part of the human body grows at an average rate of 3 millimeters per month?
Hair.
Incorrect. Question number 6. What is the primary type of alcohol in a Mai Tai cocktail?
Rum.
That is correct. And question number 7. Marvel Comics was acquired by which major media entertainment company in 2009?
2009. Oh, Fox?
That is incorrect. Going back to the question you passed, which NFL team's name was inspired by a famous writer?
I don't know. Time's up.
All right, that time is up. 101 right there.
Ugh.
All right, Connor. Ooh, that was a tough one for you.
Rough.
2 out of 7 today.
Hit me up with the answers.
All right. Question number 1. Scopophobia is the fear of telescopes.
Okay.
Scopes?
No, I get it.
Telescope,
I get it. Yeah.
Probably 2 on the nose. I would have probably chose the other one, too. Question number 2. Which NFL team's name was inspired by a famous writer? That would be the Baltimore Ravens.
That makes complete
Edgar Allan
sense.
Poe. Question number 3. How many U.S. presidents fathered no children? 5. 5 presidents had no kids. They were the smartest men on the planet. Question number 4. Who was the first person to sign the Declaration of Independence? That would be John Hancock. What part of the human body grows at an average rate of 3 millimeters per month? Fingernails.
False. That was the other choice.
Yeah, fingernails. Question number 6. What is the primary type of alcohol in a Mai Tai cocktail? That would be rum. And Marvel Comics was acquired by which major media entertainment company in 2009? That would be Walt Disney.
It was in 2009?
2009.
I was thinking it was way more recent.
Well,
than that.
they just celebrated doing a decade of Marvel films.
Oh, that's true.
So,
okay.
yeah. So
I was just thinking it was way more recent than that. All right, there we go. All right, Marshall, same thing. You got 7 questions in 60 seconds. Your time will start as soon as I finish question number 1. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, good. Here we go. What 1973 Elton John song re-entered the charts in 1997 with lyrics reworked in honor of the Princess Diana?
Tiny Dancer?
Incorrect.
Oh.
What winged stallion from Greek mythology was the offspring of the god Poseidon and the Gorgon Medusa?
Pegasus?
That is correct.
Okay.
A name for his Oscar-nominated role. What actor is the front man of the Lieutenant Dan Band?
Oh, what's the actor's name?
Yes.
Pass.
Okay. Which of the 7 deadly sins is also the name of an animal?
Oh my gosh. Gluttony.
Incorrect. The world famous Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Las Vegas is the setting for what reality series starring Rick Harrison?
Pawn Stars.
That is correct. The name of the Utah Jazz NBA franchise dates back to the team's early years when it was based in what city?
Oh my God. New York.
Incorrect. We both suck today. In the opening title sequence of The Simpsons, which character is seen writing a phrase repeatedly on a chalkboard?
Bart Simpson.
That is correct, and you're basically out of time. Damn.
Wait, basically?
Yeah. You got 3.
Better than 2.
You did better than me. You all suck today.
You guys should have totally played us.
All right. In 1973, the Elton John song that would re-enter the charts in 97,
Candle in the Wind, yes.
Yep. Pegasus is the winged stallion from Greek mythology. Gary Sinise was Lieutenant Dan. The 7 deadly sins, sloth.
Oh, of course.
Right? The Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Vegas is the setting of Pawn Stars. The New Orleans Jazz was the initial.
Oh, duh, yeah.
I know, right? They're so dumb. Simpsons, it was Bart who's writing on the chalkboard in the opening sequence. We both suck today. One of you guys better step up tomorrow and play some trivia. You got a really good chance to win. Coming up after 8 o'clock, Quentin Tarantino, if he wasn't retiring, would be down for remaking a Sylvester Stallone movie. We'll tell you what it is next. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Greg says, I would have beat the pants off of Marshall. Oh, wouldn't you like to do that? Wouldn't you? You freak. You freak. Yeah, that was a rough one.
That's
Hey, I just want to say I did get technically one more than Cotter right. I take the emotional win. It doesn't go towards the official win totals, but I take the emotional win over Cotter today, 100%.
Yeah, you definitely got that. All right, let's move some stuff around here. That's
Oh, guys, I think Mac just sent me the video of her karaoke.
no. There's video?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my Lord!
I don't think she told me I could do this. Hey.
What's up? Mac karaokeing Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, it's so good. Look at her dance moves.
She is how many drinks in at this point? Because no sober person.
She
does this.
was white girl wasted. She was drinking White Claws. I like how
if that's the DJ, the karaoke DJ, he's going to, how can I shut this off?
I love how that dude.
Can I shut this off?
I love how that dude walked behind her, and he was just he was just like, he's like, when's this end? She goes, Mac just texts. She goes, 3 drinks in. Hold on, let's see. How long does this go? Oh, it's
almost a 6-minute song.
Hold on, we'll just do a couple more seconds. Oh, I probably should be playing this audio now that I think about it. Anyway, that's enough. We've seen enough.
Mac,
guys.
thank you for sending that.
Wow, that was something special.
Thank you. She's living her best white girl wasted life.
Yeah, that was white girl wasted White Claw. Hold on. So that was drinking White Claw number 3. She said she had 4 drinks and a shot, and that was obviously daylight, and she didn't get home till midnight. So some crazy stuff happened after that. Only to hang out with Mac at the rail on a Saturday. What a dream come true for everyone. Perfect. Thank you, Rhett. Man, Mac, white girl dance moves too. I mean, just really showing out. Mac, kudos. You know what? It was good. It was really good. Proud of you.
All right, we got a little bit of time. We'll be right back.
It was good. Honestly, I think you should karaoke every weekend. Just send me videos. I want to see you rock out. All right, guys. Wrapping up towards the end of the show today. Once again, thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, I don't think I really got into much this weekend. It was just so disgustingly hot. I just didn't really mess around outside it much. Got some pool time in on Saturday. I got the pool in the backyard, so hung out there, slugging some whiskey and cokes. It was nice. Morning Liquid, how are you? Looks like today's going to be a great day to run off to Kroger across the street, buy ourselves some $50 gift cards for our winners. Is the DJ at the rail still the bigger guy with long hair, big beard, and glasses that wears the pajama pants? Oh, you're talking about, what's his name? He's got a funny name. Cotter knows him. I wanted to say Ricochet, but it's not Ricochet. Wrath Nasty. That's his name. Wrath Nasty. Yeah, I don't know if that's him or not. Mac would be able to answer that question, though. Gibby, great. I will post that up on our Discord channel. Oof. Sorry, I was just looking over and I thought our beta was attacking our snail. Oh no. It wasn't. I think I'm hearing something else, but let me fix this. He's swimming aggressively close to our snail right now, and the snail keeps like poking its antennas back in. Wrath Nasty's the
is it Wrath? Oh, nice.
No, I don't know if it was him or not. I was just asking you. That's his name, right? Wrath Nasty?
Yeah. It could be Wrath.
I love that he's got a brand where everyone's like, yeah, that's the guy with the the pajama pants.
Yeah.
It took me a second. I thought it was Ricochet at first. I'm like, no, wait, that's not it.
All right. Final hour of the show, man. Monday is flying.
Yeah, fly day. This day has flown by.
Yeah, surprising, man.
Let's see. I got to go to grab Paige's information real quick.
All right. So, Quentin Tarantino. This is not the movie he's going to make for his final movie, but expressed he'd be interested if he was going to continue. Then, of course, as Cub fans, got to talk about the brutal gutting of the team.
Yeah, the sadness that took place. Dude, we traded every. We had
so sad.
I think we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We traded 6 different players over the last few weeks.
Holy crap!
Yeah, we traded a player I didn't even know was on the team. We did. Mac, now that Mac, you're back on the chat. Who was like the karaoke DJ? Was it a guy wearing pajama pants?
Yeah, Wrath is a cool guy. He's a local comedian, does a lot of karaoke stuff. Sings the national anthem at most of the Derby Devils bouts.
He does. I forgot that.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get back to those soon. I know the Devils practicing. So hopefully be working on some Devil bouts coming up. My guess is, for an organization like the Derby Devils that is just volunteer based, and I don't know this for a fact, but I bet the pandemic was hard. It's just because you can't do anything. So it's like, do people come, go, leave? Did they have to start over with people? I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be. I think the comeback for the Derby Devils here locally will be good.
Yeah,
I think people will be excited to see him back, at least at the beginning. Then we'll see if the excitement can be contained over an entire season. Max says he wore some colorful shorts with a Pac-Man shirt and a Sonic the Hedgehog flat bill hat. Wow, what an outfit that someone wore in public.
I would say for me, it honestly did not make me feel worse. It was kind of like, you Cubs. That was my initial reaction when I heard about it.
And so Phil just mentioned about Rizzo, Brian, Baez. They all homered in their first games for their new teams, the Yankees, Giants, and Mets. People are already calling Bryant. Oh, my gosh. What's his first name?
Chris.
I already forgot it.
F you.
Chris Giant instead of Bryant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
I hate it. It's stupid.
Funny.
It's stupid. So stupid.
Sean, see you later, man. That's funny. Yeah, that was. It's like you knew it was coming, and it still sucked.
Yeah, but look at it this way: the Cubs got all of that talent in return, and all of those guys, their contracts are done. So
yeah, that's
they
true.
essentially rented 3 players from the Cubs for 2 months, and there's a chance those guys could, not all of them, but I think Rizzo, I think Baez could possibly come back,
right,
and play for the Cubs next year. And it literally could be just a 2-month break.
Yeah,
and just with like the love that Rizzo has for Chicago, I could see him possibly coming back and playing for the Cubs. I don't know about the other two. I don't know, but obviously we kind of don't want them to come back. I think that time's kind of passed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just want the Cubs to be good. Make the playoffs on a consistent basis.
And they did for a while there, which was nice. But the downside to it was, outside of 16, it's like they really couldn't get stuff together with those 3 people on the team. So now you're going to try to get stuff together with a bunch of young talent. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'll take the shot at the young talent because it just wasn't working. The guys.
No, it wasn't. I agree.
The guys forgot how to hit every time they got into the playoffs, and it was the same sad story year after year. And it didn't even make headlines. Did you see that John Lester got traded to the Cardinals?
I saw something about that.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah. And then Kyle Schwarber, he got traded to the Red Sox.
Really?
Yeah. because the Nationals traded everyone.
Yeah.
They traded everyone on their team. And I didn't even hear about Lester or Schwarber getting traded.
No, I didn't either. I mean, I saw something about Lester, but no, Schwarber I didn't see anything about.
Schwarber, I didn't hear anything. Apparently he's on like some sort of injured reserve thing still. But yeah, he's essentially, it's been agreed to. It's not official yet.
Okay. Put him in the American League and just let that guy DH all day long, man.
That's
all he needs to do.
Where he is now.
Yep. Let him DH all day long.
Yeah, Schwarbs is an okay outfielder, and he started off as a catcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Just hit bombs, man. That's all you got to do.
Hit dingers. That's all you need. Yeah. if
you're
that good at your job, just hit dingers all day, bro. Yeah, it's sad to see the collapse of the Cubs, which I know everyone else who's not a Cubs fan is like, yeah, it is. It's actually it's awesome. It's incredible to see. Yeah, the Braves did an okay doing stuff. I don't know about the Braves this year. I still don't think. I mean, with Acuna out, I don't think they do anything. Maybe they make. Nah, I won't even say that.
All right, we got about 3 minutes to talk Quentin Tarantino. A fan of at least the first Rambo, the book, First Blood.
I'm not going to lie to you. I had no idea Rambo was based on a book.
Yeah. Because spoiler alert, if you've never read the book, I could be wrong on this. I think the character may die at the end of the book, so they had to they changed the end of the movie, and I could be wrong on that. I could be getting this confused with another one, but I want to say he died at the end of the book, but they changed that for the movie, and it truly is. I mean, if you watch Rambo 1 and Rambo 2. Those are different flicks altogether. I mean, the second one is where you hop into the 80s, typical war movie where it's just over the top, gratuitous violence and everybody dies. That first movie is not that at all.
All right, so I got the answer to our question. In the book, Rambo dies.
Okay.
And while the movie did shoot an ending that saw the character killed, his fate was changed in reshoots. The ending is very different, says Morrell, whoever that is.
Yeah.
They also
the author, I think.
They also minimalized the police chief's character. I'm guessing in the movie.
Yeah,
because he's the only person who dies in the first film.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because he's a Vietnam vet who I want to say is struggling with like PTSD.
Yeah, PTSD.
That kind of stuff, and he's dealing with a crooked sheriff. It's not. I mean, it takes place in the United States. It's not overseas or anything like that. It's definitely a different movie. And then it just gets bonkers off the wall.
I couldn't tell you the last time I saw a Rambo film at all.
Now there was one that came out somewhat recently, a few years ago, where it was back in the United States, wasn't it? And he was like protecting his niece or something.
Yeah.
I thought the reviews I didn't see it, but I thought the reviews on that one was actually kind of decent.
So there's been 5 Rambo movies. First Blood in 82. First Blood Part 2, which is the stupidest thing ever, in 85. Rambo 3 in 88. And then we had a 2-decade break. 2008's Rambo. And then 2019, 11 years later, we had Rambo 5, Last Blood.
Yeah. Because I want to say that one was...
That was the one that kind of got beat up by critics, right?
Oh, was it? I thought it was
I don't think people liked it.
Okay. I never saw it. I've seen the first 3 Rambo movies, and I think that was it.
You saw the suggested amount of Rambo movies a young male man-ish should watch.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Good morning. Thank you for hanging out, Cotter and Marshall's show. So, yes, unfortunately, after his next movie, Quentin Tarantino is still set to retire.
He's still claiming to be retired. I just don't kind of believe it.
He just seems like, and I mean, he takes forever in between movies. It's not like he's always working.
Right.
But he seems like such a creative guy that he's going to need that outlet to do something. I mean, maybe he just writes. I don't know. But it seems to me he's going to want to do something. But anyway... he is planning to retire after the next flick. We have no idea what that is, when it's going to come out. But in a recent, I don't know if it was an interview, what was this actually going down with, he brought up Rambo. So the very first Rambo movie, First Blood, is actually based off a book by David Morrell. And the book, and even the first movie, so different from the movies that followed,
Right.
Which were your stereotypical, especially the second and the third, your stereotypical over the top 80s war movie. Just that action flick movie.
Yeah.
The first one, I mean, it follows the story of a guy back from Vietnam struggling with the memories of that, and has to deal with a corrupt sheriff. It doesn't happen overseas. He's not killing a bunch of people. In fact, he doesn't kill anybody in the first movie, and it's more of a psychological thriller. Quentin Tarantino's like, I can remake that.
Yeah, so he actually was stated as saying, I just want to make a good movie, or he goes, if I just wanted to make a good movie that I knew would be good, I would take David Morrell's novel, The First Blood, and do the novel. Not the movie that was first out, First Blood. He goes, I would do the novel. And Kurt Russell would play the sheriff, and Adam Driver, Kylo Ren from the new Star Wars trilogy, would play Rambo. He goes, every time I read it, the dialogue is so fantastic in the David Morrell novel that if you're just reading it out loud, it would be so good. But now I want to do more than that. But if it was just about making a good movie that's out there, I would do that.
If this keeps him making movies, I'm in. Just make a Rambo reboot. I'm fine.
Even if he just wrote it. If he just wrote the film, I would, and which apparently he would just need to copy and paste, which it sounds like I could write this version of Rambo that he wants to do. But this I'm totally in for. Obviously, anything Quentin Tarantino is in. But I love the quick casting he did for the film as well. Kurt Russell, he's put in a ton of stuff. Yep. I love Kurt Russell. He'd play a great sheriff. Adam Driver, I've seen him in some stuff. I don't know if I love him, but he was okay in Star Wars, and that's kind of how I know him. He took his shirt off once, so he's got the physique. I know that. He kind of flashed us. He topless flashed us in Star Wars. I'm in.
You know what? Like I said, if this keeps him making movies, I'll take whatever he'll make. Give me the Star Trek reboot. Give me a Rambo movie. Right. Whatever. It keeps that guy making
whatever
movies.
Rated R film he wants to give us, we're in.
All right, coming up next, as Cub fans, it was a rough weekend. The team absolutely gutted itself. We'll talk about that after brand new Foo Fighters. This is Making a Fire. It's the Cotter and Marshall Show. Rock 106.1.
Yeah, making his 10th and last movie. I don't know. I would love to see him finish up Kill Bill. I would love to see him make that his final film. And I know you talked about just wanting an original piece from him.
Yeah.
But
I mean, it's like I like the Kill Bill movies.
Mm-hmm.
They're not my favorite from him. I mean, I like them. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I dislike them. But if I'm going to watch a Quentin Tarantino movie, those are usually not my first choices.
Yeah, I mean, Pulp Fiction, obviously, I think is my favorite. Reservoir Dogs is right up there. But Kill Bill. Kill Bill for me.
Yeah.
Probably some of my favorite movies. They're so different and weird.
Yeah.
And they go over multiple genres. There's anime in the middle of the first one. I mean, what the hell? But it was crazy enough to be crazy. And I love the idea that he went all the way out on it.
Yeah. I still want to rewatch, because I haven't done it yet, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. I haven't rewatched that since it first came out.
Yeah, because it's like, I've said it before, first time I watched Pulp Fiction, I'm like, this is garbage. I mean, I was just like, what is this? And then you go back, and I've rewatched it multiple times since. One of my favorite films. And I didn't have that bad of a reaction after Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I thought when it ended, I was like, no, this is where it's just getting going. This is good. Keep going with this. But I definitely want to go back and rewatch it, because I think I'm not the biggest fan of Leonardo DiCaprio as an actor. I think for the most part, he just plays Leonardo DiCaprio in every movie.
Okay.
But I thought he was really good in this. I think Brad Pitt's an amazing actor. I thought he was great in this.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go back and rewatch it. I got to do that.
I really like that movie. And he actually put out a book. So that's the thing he was actually in the news for most recently. He was doing a lot of press for the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood book. You go on Amazon right now and buy a paperback version of it for $8. I mean, it's super cheap. It's actually on sale right now. Give your money to the corporate overload that is Amazon. But yeah, that's kind of what he was in the news for most recently, doing a bunch of stuff for that. So maybe that piece came from one of his interviews.
Which story are you doing first for music news?
Jerry Control.
Okay, I don't have any solo stuff from him, unfortunately. So
just play a deep AIC cut. Oh, I have. Horde listener Sean clued me off to it, but I have a leaf hammock coming in for Hefe, the new music beta fish.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it on the back side of the tank, little bed back there, and see if he uses it.
I like it.
Cost me $4. All right, he better like it.
Sure, he'll be very appreciative.
Charles says Mrs. T, the wife, always refers to Pulp Fiction as the ball gag ass movie. Whoops.
Okay, I get that. I got about 45 seconds.
Gotcha. Jumping into Cubs, and then we'll...
Yes, sir. All right, guys, be right back. Thanks for hanging out on air and on the stream. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1. So the Chicago Cubs, if you looked at a lineup of the team at the start of the season, and you looked at the lineup of the team right now, you'd be like, is this the same team?
It's not. It's not. It's so bad. So, yeah, so the Major League Baseball trade line happened late last week. It went down, and the Cubs traded everyone on their team. It started off actually a few weeks back where we traded Jock Peterson to the Atlanta Braves, and he just signed a one-year deal. And like, okay, cool. That's just the first guy to fall. And then the Cubs, I think, subsequently made about 5 more trades.
Now, we're Cubs fans, and we've probably talked about this over the last couple seasons. We knew this was coming. We knew this day was going to happen, as you had, what you would think would just be a solid lineup, a contender year in, year out for a World Series. They just weren't after 2016, and they had the talent to be there. They just couldn't put everything together. So it made sense that they wanted to go into a different direction, as you had players who are coming to the end of their contracts. They weren't, looking to spend all kinds of money to keep them. I was surprised with Rizzo going, when they traded him to the Yankees, just because I thought he was such just a good guy. He loved being a Chicago Cub.
Yeah, he was the heart and soul of that team.
Yes.
So it was weird to see him get traded to the Yankees, and then subsequently Javi Baez, who I thought was going to be a Cub for life.
Yes.
He got traded to the Mets, and then Chris Bryant got traded to the Giants. And this happened all within about 48 hours or so.
It was such an I would say it's an emotional roller coaster, but it would be a roller coaster that broke, as you're just coming down the big drop and there was nothing to go but into the ground and die painfully. Because that's what it felt like. It's like they have a handful, 1 or 2 players left over from the 2016 World Series. But, these were 3 guys that were such a big part of that whole run and bringing a championship back to Chicago. It's still, as a fan, sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to those guys, but I honestly think they all forgot how to hit.
Yeah.
They got so wasted during the World Series championship of 2016, like the celebration. They got so wasted, they've just had a 4-year hangover, and it cost everyone their job. Now, obviously, the owners of the Cubs, the Ricketts family, they personally thanked them and put out videos of each one of them. That was really nice. But the thing that kind of stung the most was with the debuts of Anthony Rizzo, Javier Baez, and Chris Bryant. They all homered in their very first game playing for other teams. So that one stung just a little bit, just to see them succeed immediately on a new team.
Yeah, according to ESPN, there's the first trio of ex-teammates in modern era to start the season on the same team and then homer in their respective debuts for the news club later in the season. Plus, they all won their first game.
Did they?
They all won. Game number 1. You're like, the Cubs haven't won a game. Can't consistently put together a win, but now that they're on another team, they're like, oh, this is how we play baseball.
Yeah, it was rough, guys. It was really rough.
It was so rough. Be thankful you're not Cubs fans. All right, coming up next, and get into some Marshall's music news. We're going to talk Jerry Cantrell. We got that story first. It's Cotter and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
We say that. Be thankful you're not Cubs fans, and then a lot of people are Braves fans. Like they've been through Atlanta sports. I don't know why Atlanta sports is cursed as they are, but I think Tampa did some like pack with the devil because Tampa sports right now. I don't know. The Rays are incredible. Just so you know. I mean, the Rays are so good. People are going to their games, and no one ever goes to their games. I mean, it was packed out on Sunday. I saw pictures of the Tampa Rays games. I had some friends that went there.
Yeah.
Incredible. And they're like leading their division. So, I mean, can you imagine if the Bucks win the Super Bowl, where the Lightning just won the Cup, if for some reason the Rays win Major League Baseball World Series this year, it would be the best run of any sports team ever in a single year.
Yeah, 100%.
It would be insane. So, I mean, the only championship they wouldn't bring home would be the NBA championship.
They just don't have a team.
Yeah, because you don't have a team.
Yeah.
Who was in the? It was the Suns and Bucks.
Yeah.
That's how quickly we forget who's.
I know, right?
Who's in, like
who won?
I know who won, but I don't know who played to get to that point.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, the Suns and Bucks, the two least likely teams ever to play in NBA Finals. Liquid says, as a Mets fan, thank you for Baez. He hit home run in his first at bat.
Yeah.
Baez is good, man. Apparently, the Cubs offered him a $180 million deal, and he said no.
Oh, really?
Thought he could get more.
So, hey, man, go make money. Ain't gonna fault you for that. Oh, man.
I just had our buddy Mike from Moon River Brewing Company message me a few moments ago.
Okay.
About their upcoming, they have a beer festival coming up on Saturday, August 14th.
Would love to go.
At Moon River Brewing Company. Well, I know you're out of town, but he actually just offered us some tickets to go. But he also said, P.S. Star Wars Land sounds cool, but I'll definitely take Epcot over Apocalyptic Survival. Thanks for listening, Mike.
Thank you.
But yeah, I agree. I don't know. I don't actually. I don't agree. I think I'd take Star Wars Land because I could trade out. You want to ride?
Yeah,
because everyone wants Star Wars Land. Man.
Yeah.
Even in post-apocalyptic times, people want to come there.
That's true.
Epcot? What are you doing, Epcot?
Well, you can imagine you're in different countries. It's about traveling the world.
That'll get old after.
Yeah.
You're there for a week straight. you're just looking at India. Like, there's too many spices here. Then you burn it down. Do you think in Epcot there would be like a War of the World situation?
I think yes, 100%. Because we're all assholes.
Everyone would choose a country and they'd be like, man, United States is better than Canada. Screw you, Canada. Canada's like, I have that cool auditorium where they have everything in 360.
I mean, everybody's a-holes, and now you got the end of the world, so everybody's super a-hole now.
We could do 360 porn in here. You want to come in? Like, yeah, we want to come in, but now this is ours. And then, there's maple syrup falls on the ground everywhere. Everything's sticky with syrup and blood.
I was going to say, hopefully it's syrup from your, 3D porn.
All right. Well, after the show today, I'm going to try to grab Aaron's card, run over to Kroger, buy a couple $50 gift cards, send those out to our winners. And I'm going to call a few people, get some email addresses for the tailgate passes we've been giving away over this last week.
Nice.
I got to record some stuff, as always, and start working on our next show. And if I have time for anything else, try to do some other stuff. What do you got going on after the show today?
I got to show stuff, go home, take a nap, and get ready for trivia. Really, that's about it. After yesterday, I was way too productive yesterday.
All right.
I don't feel the need to be overly productive.
Oh, you're cranking it down today.
Yeah. I mean, I got to schedule some music and stuff like that. That's, typical work stuff. But, yeah, after that, no.
Yeah, I've been playing the heck out of Final Fantasy VII on my PlayStation 5, but news came out over the weekend that Horizon Zero Dawn, it's a very popular game, came out a few years ago. About 4 years ago. They have the sequel. They announced the sequel, and they did this big old, here's how you play the game, like 30-minute like gameplay reveal.
Right.
Like a massive. You're like, oh wow, this thing's like done. They just delayed it to next year.
Are you serious?
Yeah. They just delayed it to 2022. And I was like, God damn it. So gonna have to find another game to play to take up the time. Thankfully, I got game happy and bought a bunch of stuff. So
nice.
Got more than enough stuff to keep me busy. So the weather this week, I don't know if you saw it, man. It's garbage. It's like rain every single day.
Yeah,
and like when I looked last night, starting at 2:00 until like
holy crap, 90%
ongoing.
90% tomorrow, 90% Wednesday, 70% Thursday.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh, that means we'll be crammed tonight at trivia because for whatever reason, whenever it rains, everybody comes in to play trivia downtown because they're downtown. They have no place else to go, and they just want to get in and out of the rain. So we'll probably be pretty busy.
Nice. Thomas says, well, everybody, as always, tons of fun. Enjoy the day. Powder the balls and titties. It's hot.
See you later, Thomas.
Yeah. Good advice. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, buddy.
It is very solid. All right, got about 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Story number 1, Marshall's music news.
Yeah, Jerry Cantrell. I think we talked about it a little bit on the stream on Friday, but he put out a new solo song called Atone. So we'll talk about that, who's guesting on that track with him, and then we'll talk about his new album. No date yet.
Yeah.
But got the name of the album, and then the very last song of the album is actually a cover. I'll tell you who's covering. It's kind of cool stuff.
Nice. Talked about it early in the show, Labor Day weekend. We're going to do a 20th anniversary countdown. Top 1,061 songs ever played on Rock 106.1. So we're not just limited to the 20 years that we've been on the air.
Right.
Just songs, or not limited to songs that came out just in that 20 years. Any song we ever played on Rock. So 90s classic rock, a little weird one-hit wonder stuff, some local stuff. So we need your help in putting together this countdown because it's a massive undertaking. So you can go to the website now, rock1061.com, and submit a list of songs. I mean, if you want to put 1, 2, 3, 20, I don't care. Just put them in there, and as we're putting together the list, definitely going to use that for help.
So I sent you a list of like 10 songs that I thought should be a part of the countdown. Do you think you'll have all 10 on the countdown that I sent you?
Let me see. I haven't looked at it. I haven't started yet, so.
Yeah, so I sent Cotter. Cotter emailed a bunch of us on the staff side. He's like, hey, send me like 10 songs that you think should make this list of the top 1,061 songs Rock has ever played.
Okay, so let's see. Killers, Mr. Brightside, I would say yes.
Okay.
My Chemical Romance, Black Parade, I would say yes.
Okay.
Sum 41, Fat Lip, yes. Royal Blood, Figure It Out, I would say yes. Smooth Sailing, Queens of the Stone Age, yes. David Bowie, Lazarus.
That was his last single from the album Black Star.
That's a good question. I don't know about that one. That one could be a question mark. I know we played it when it came out. Rats from Ghost, yes. Ghost from Bad Flower, yes. Foo Fighters, Skies in the Neighborhood, hell yes. And White Stripes, Seven Nation Army. I would say 9 out of the 10 are pretty much a guaranteed.
What about, I think I put honorable mentions.
Oh, you did.
Right
I'm
there.
sorry.
What are my
Slither, Velvet Revolver, yes. Cochise, Audio Slave, Darkness, I Believe in the Thing Called Love, yes.
Yeah, those are all.
Yeah, I would say all those songs.
I think I was looking at a list of like the top 100 songs from the past 20 years.
Yeah.
And number 1 on that list was The Darkness, I Believe in a Thing Called Love.
That's a take. I
know. I thought it was weird too, but I was like, actually, I kind of like that.
I was listening I don't know if it was the Florida alternative or if we were listening to an alternative station one time on our travels over the past month or so. And I Believe in the Thing Called Love is in regular rotation because I heard it a couple times as I was going in.
Interesting.
Right? I was surprised that was a song that got played.
That had to have been, well, it definitely wasn't the one in Jacksonville. The alternative in Jacksonville is like a 6,000 watt station now.
Yeah.
And you can only pick it up past the airport and then mostly to the south side, and that's about it.
Yeah, we always would listen to it in the past when we rolled through, but yeah, it's much harder to listen to that station now.
It's bad.
All right, guys, about 25, sorry.
Wanda said Power Man 5000, When Worlds Collide, and Static X's Push It.
Ooh, good call on both of those. I like that. All right, guys, be right back. It is the Cotter and Marshall Show. Thank you for hanging out on air and online. It's time to dive into some Marshall's music news.
So Alice in Chains singer-guitarist Jerry Cantrell has dropped a new solo song. He did that on Friday of this past week called Atone. It features Guns N' Roses bassist Duff McKagan on that track. Now, that track is a part of a larger piece of work called Brighton, which is going to be out this fall. We don't have a date quite for it yet, but the last time Jerry put out a solo album, he put out a double disc album called Degradation Trips Volumes 1 and 2, and that came out in 2002. So this is his first album since his first solo album since then. He's put out some Alice in Chains stuff since. He describes he describes the album Brighton as an old 70s record. There are 9 total tracks, and it closes off with a cover of Elton John's Goodbye. Now, Elton John gave him permission and also played the piano on the song.
Oh, that's awesome.
For him. He goes, out of respect to Elton, I wanted to make sure it was okay to use the track, and he actually played the piano on it. Now, I got it signed off by the man. I couldn't think of a better way to close this record. I'm super excited for it to come out. So once again, new solo album, the first one in almost 20 years from Jerry Cantrell, will come out later this year. No date yet. It's called Brighton.
All right, let's do some Alice in Chains from the Unplugged. It's over now. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
Greg just messaged you. He said, I sent a couple of wrestling vids to Cotter's Facebook.
Oh, I'll check them out.
Is it just you wrestling yourself? Because that's called masturbation.
Maybe. Drake, by the way. Drake said he was going to give me a signed picture from Arn.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
He did.
To Cotter, the best morning show in Savannah, Arn Anderson.
Yeah, I ran into Drake at the Comic-Con, and he showed it to me.
That's awesome.
I wasn't going to ruin the surprise.
Yeah, no, he's hitting me up with on Facebook. So, that's awesome. So, thank you, Drake.
Put it on the wall, man.
Yep. About the countdown, one last thing. Because what I'm trying to avoid is just going off of, it's like, they keep track of spins from radio stations across the country.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to avoid just, here's the list of songs based on total spins.
Right.
Because then it's just like you're not necessarily basing it off of the best song or anything like that. Now, I'll use that as a base. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to ignore it. But I wanted to try to mix it up and actually get songs, get people's intake or input on it. So as we're putting everything together, it's kind of a little bit of everything. So it's a little bit more all-encompassing than just this song got the most spins.
Cool. So, I was going to go with the Motley Crue story next.
Sounds good.
All right, so we got 2 stories left, and that'll be the wrap for the show. Thank you guys for hanging out with us here on the live stream. As you guys know, it's another world here on the Cotter and Marsh Show live stream. So thanks for hanging out. Do appreciate it. Had quite a day, man. I mean, we talked about your fines. We hooked up Paige with Big Money Monday.
Yeah.
That was a deal. We played some trivia against one another. I dominated you again, 3-2. Beat you by 1. And then, we released the sadness in our lives. That is the Cubs utterly deciding to suck probably for the next decade. So good for us. I'll only be dead when they win another championship. If they ever win another championship. Sadly, the Yankees will probably win like 5 more before the Cubs win 1 more.
No, probably.
We need to break the Atlanta sports curse. Now, I know Atlanta almost made it to the NBA Finals. Almost beat the Bucks, who won the championship.
Yeah.
But something is wrong with Atlanta sports. I don't know what it is or what we did, but it was really a tough couple decades now for us. I guess the Falcons made it to 1 Super Bowl.
Yeah.
When's the last time the Braves been in the World Series?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah, let me look it up real quick.
I remember this cartoon.
Was it 95? Oof. Yeah.
It's been a minute.
95, man.
I got about 2 minutes.
Now, they almost made the World Series in... Was it last year? I think it was.
Okay.
Phil goes, I just accepted this is my sports life.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
All right.
I do want the Braves to be good. I want the Braves and Cubs to be good. Also, I want the Cubs to play the Braves on a weekend series at least twice a year. They generally only play during the week. And actually, I did think they blew a 3-1 lead to the Dodgers. Good Lord. Yuck. I would love for the Cubs to play the Braves on a weekend series. I don't know why. Yeah, it's always like a Tuesday through Wednesday, or they oddly just play like a Thursday, Friday, and I'm like, that doesn't usually work either. Play Saturday, damn it.
All right, we're got under a minute to go. Story number 2, Marshall's Music News.
This one's kind of a short one. So just talking Motley Crue. This past Friday was a certain anniversary for Dr. Feelgood. So go into a few details on that and what they're doing to celebrate it and make it nice quick.
Cool.
In the studio this week for Beer for Breakfast, because I just got it lined up last week, Jay from Coastal Empire Brewing Company.
Nice.
Here in about 2 weeks, we have their 10th anniversary. So he'll talk about that, and obviously we'll drink some beer.
I like it. All right, guys, be right back. Getting right back into it. Story number 2, Marshall's Music News.
So this past Friday marked the 30th anniversary of the final single release from Motley Crue's legendary album, Dr. Feelgood. And in celebration, both of that anniversary and the band's year-long recognition of their 40th anniversary in music, feel old yet? They'll announce the digital remaster of the decadent and unapologetically fun album. That's right, Dr. Feelgood. It's going to be released worldwide on September 3rd. So this is a complete remaster. Obviously, you can experience the refreshed hits of Dr. Feelgood, Kickstart My Heart, Without You, Same Old Situation, and Don't Go Away Mad, Just Go Away. Now, they're available across digital platforms and in physical versions. Once again, a 30th anniversary of Dr. Feelgood, available for pre-order right now.
Dr. Feelgood, in my opinion, best album from Motley Crue.
I think without a doubt, right?
I mean, most popular, but also just, the whole thing is good.
I like the one with John Corabi. No, I don't.
You and John Corabi. All right, coming up next, we're going to wrap up the show.
What was that album called? Motley Crue, maybe?
We're going to wrap up the show. One more story, Marshall's Music News. Connor and Marshall, Rock 106.1.
Well, you got really offended right there. I just saw it in your eyes. You're like, shut up, you son of a bitch. Yeah, Dr. Feelgood was the best. Which one had Shout at the Devil on it? What was that one called?
That's a good question. Shout at the Devil? Was that the album?
Probably was.
Yep.
I'm only sort of dumb, guys. Yeah, Shout at the Devil, 83. That may be... What else was on that one? I think that may...
Shout at the Devil had in the beginning, Shout at Looks That Kill, Helter Skelter, The Beatles have Too Young to Fall in Love, Red Hot, 10 Seconds to Love. I mean, it's...
I don't know, man.
It's good. It's good.
That may be... Was that the first one they put out?
That was their breakthrough.
Oh, Too Fast for Love came out in 81.
Yeah.
81. Shout at the Devil in 83.
I mean, so yeah.
Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 then Dr. Feelgood. So, man, they peaked 5 albums in.
Because, Theater of Pain, I'll say it, Home Sweet Home is overrated. I don't like that song. I've never liked Home Sweet Home. I get
People love it.
People love it. I'm not,
Mac is going to be singing that at karaoke next week.
But, look at that Theater of Pain album. That's the only song on it. It's got the cover of Smoking in the Boys' Room. But Home Sweet Home is the only hit on that.
What about Generation Swine?
Ugh.
I remember being very excited for Generation Swine.
Really?
Yeah. What song? Afraid, I think, was the big song.
Because, Jailhouse Rock, that was on there. Girls, Girls, Girls had that and Wild Side. Both great songs. But that's...
They did the almost Metallica thing where they actually remade Shout at the Devil for Generation Swine.
Yeah,
And
it was like Shot at the Devil 96 or something.
97.
97, okay.
Yeah. I actually like that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I mean, look at Dr. Feelgood. You had Dr. Feelgood, Kicks It Up My Heart, Without You, Same Old Situation, and Don't Go Away Mad. I mean, all of those are hits.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's my favorite. It's definitely my favorite. Decade of Decadence.
But I mean, I think they were hitting their stride because they were putting out an album every 2 years, stunningly.
Yeah.
But like Girls, Girls, Girls came out 2 years before, had Wild Side, Girls, Girls, Girls. I guess that was kind of it. Jailhouse Rock Live? They always loved to throw a cover on there, didn't they?
Yeah.
Even if they covered themselves, they always loved to throw a cover song on their albums. Wanda said that Dr. Feelgood was the album that introduced Crew to her. She loves them.
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, I knew who Motley Crue was, but I would say that is the one that really said, "Okay, I like this band." And then I went back and bought a bunch of the other cassettes.
Yeah, sweet cassettes.
Cassettes.
As a cassette owner, did you have the like the box? Like the how they used to have those like leather boxes that you could hold like 20 cassettes.
Mine wasn't leather. It wasn't that fancy. Just cloth. But yeah, I had multiple because I mean I was DJing a lot, weddings and dances and stuff. So I played a lot of stuff off cassettes for weddings.
So before you went to go do a wedding, would you have to like rewind to a certain song?
Cue it up. So what you do is you would find the song, and I would buy a lot of cassette singles, but I mean would find cassette album like this. So what you did was you got it to where the song was. You'd stop it right where the song started, and then you take the pencil and you twist it back just a hair, and it'll start right on cue every time.
Huh.
So I spent way too much time doing that and prepping for dances and weddings.
You should have took that time and started writing trivia back then.
I sure had a good idea.
You would have ran out like a week ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I still have one game to write for Thursday. I'm not messing with that yet. If you're at Jerry's tonight, so Jerry's, we got trivia at Jerry's, just right up there from the radio station. We do a sex round. I guess Jerry's or Rachel's. We got a sex round that is sex face or dive face. So it's like there's always those pictures of people doing the like dives at the Olympics where their faces just look really inappropriate.
Yep.
So we're just going to show photos of faces. You have to say whether they're getting it on or they're diving. So there you go.
Of course.
Teasing the sex round tonight. All right. We've got No Regeneration from Rise Against coming up next. After that, final story. We'll wrap up the show.
I'm into it. Yeah, let's. It's weird that we are like wrapping up our day where most people are starting it. So
I know, it's so weird.
So like after this, I just got to go. I mean, I've technically already been working for about 4.5 hours at this point. At least for me, you've been technically
I've
working
been here
longer.
since 4, yeah.
Yeah, that's way too early.
Yeah, it's like I said, and that could change here with Dana going to school, and because I mean, usually I get here because I don't put together like what I'm going to see. I don't bullet point the show until I get in the morning. That's my typical what I do in the morning, and it takes a good amount of that.
Yeah.
So with Dana being in school now, if I can get that done, I'll start sleeping in. I mean, I'll probably still get here 5-ish, but that could be the case. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I do my show notes the night before. Shower the night before.
Yeah.
I do everything so I can come in with the luxury of waking up. Yeah, my alarm goes off at 4:55 a.m. And then I usually look at my phone like this for about 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah.
And then depending on how I feel, I just kick right out of bed. I put my clothes out the night before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I get dressed, throw some deodorant on. I look at my hair, and I'm like, nope, that's not going to, I'm doing nothing with that. And then I stroll right out the door.
Yep.
I have a sling bag that I carry with me everywhere. It's got all my stuff in it that I need, like wallet and keys and everything. I throw that's in my garage. So I literally, during the summer, throw my sandals on, grab my bag, and I walk right out the garage door.
Yeah.
It's a quick process.
All right, got about 2.5 minutes.
Already looking at stuff to talk about for tomorrow. The number one story on TMZ, Wayne Brady gets racist voicemail at CBS. Caller drops N-bombs. Well, that's nice. Jesus. Kathy Griffin, I have lung cancer, undergoing surgery to remove it.
Damn.
She note apps her. Whenever you see a note app from a celebrity, it's either an apology for something or something has gone terribly wrong. She note apped and dropped news she had lung cancer.
What's a note app? I don't know what that is. I'm old.
So like when you're on your iPhone, and you'll see this like on Twitter where you can only put in so many characters.
You type in the thing. Okay.
Like a notes app here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
You're not that old. You understand our hip stuff.
I was looking for the I don't know, the punchline to that, since, that was a nice thing that you said.
No, I wouldn't say that was nice. Yeah, Team USA just tweeted a little while ago that Simone Biles is back. Her run is not over. She's back. She's back today? No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So the balance beam is Olympic events is tomorrow. God, when are the Olympics in? It's this week, right?
It's this week.
Is it this Sunday? Is it the last day?
I'm not sure, but it's this week, yeah. Either probably Friday, Saturday. No, I bet it's Sunday. I bet it'll go through the whole weekend. Yeah. It's been fun.
It's been fun. What are you going to do with yourself now that Olympics is almost over?
I don't know.
You got to start gearing up for fantasy football. That's what you need to do.
I'll do that 5 minutes before the draft.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Be right back. All right, before we get out of here, one more time, Marshall's music news.
So this past Friday, Disney's Jungle Cruise was released, but then suddenly a new Metallica song showed itself. Yes, Metallica has a song on the Jungle Cruise movie, its soundtrack, and it's actually a new version of Nothing Else Matters. Obviously, they're doing a lot of stuff in celebration of the Black Album. It is celebrating 30 years itself. Is it 30 years? Yeah, 20-ish, whatever. Yeah, 30 years.
No, it's we could wish it was 20, but it's 30.
Yeah, so I mean, they're celebrating 30 years of the Black Album. So they have a new version of Nothing Else Matters. It's a little bit more fleshed out with symphonic elements, with legendary James Newton Howard putting a fresh touch on the 1991 classic. You can hear it on the soundtrack, and of course, you can hear it on YouTube. They have a version of it's very, I don't know, movie-y, I guess. It's just got the symphony behind it. It's kind of like just a S&M version of Nothing Else Matters, just with, this dude's touch on it. But it's cool, and I'm glad it's made its way into Disney's Jungle Cruise, which was the #1 movie at the box office this past weekend. Hopefully, will people, if they haven't already, I don't know where they've been, find Metallica and, of course, enjoy them as much as we do.
All right, coming up on the show tomorrow, Marshall will get quizzed in the face. We've got the Dude of the Week Death Match. I'll have that up on the Facebook page a little bit later on. Your chance to vote for the Dude of the Week. Until then, that's it, guys. We'll talk tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Thank you for hanging out. Cotter and Marshall Show, Rock 106.1.
All right, Stream Gang, Horde, thank you so much for hanging out and watching the show today. We'll be back tomorrow with all that fun stuff Cotter said at 6 a.m. Until then, peace out.
See you guys.